to try to help as many people get on as possible. It looks like we are going to be completely full. So if you are on right now, make sure that you don't log off. If you log out somehow, you might not be able to get back on. And on top of that, if you log out, that's fine because you'll be making room for somebody else to be able to log in. So that works as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend actually 2 hours with you. I have my schedule set until 2 p.m. and we're going to have some fun and we're going to basically go through this. Now, I usually like to share my screen, or sorry, my video, but with 1,000 people on, this could get a little sketchy. So I could try, and we can see how it goes, but GoToWebinar tends to crash pretty easily. So let me go ahead and try to share my screen if I can, and we will see if share my video, and we'll see if that works. All right, let's give it a shot. Okay, so you should be able to see me. Say what's up in the questions right now. Give me a 1 if you can see my video. So give me a 1 if you can see it. If it's frozen, don't worry about it. I will. If it gets frozen, don't even worry about it. I'll swap it out. But give me a 1 if you can see it. Everybody's saying it's like just frozen. I'm going to turn it off in a minute. This is probably just going to freeze on you. So at least it was worth a try. I just wanted to say what's up. I'm real. You guys are probably seeing me frozen right now. Not much I can do. Yeah, all the comments that are coming in are just saying, we can see you, but it's frozen. We can see you, but it's frozen. Okay, I'll leave it up for a second, and that's about it. The next thing I'll do is I'll share my screen, and I'll do that in just a second. The way GoToWebinar works, first, let me address a couple things. Number one, why are we even using GoToWebinar, right? You're probably wondering, why are we even using this platform if it's so buggy? And that's because there really isn't another platform around that can do what GoToWebinar can do. There's really not. There's Google Hangouts. We can do Google Hangouts. That's an option, and we do that a lot. We do several Google Hangouts all the time. The problem with Google Hangouts is being interactive. So in the future, with this many people on, I see that people get a little bit upset that it gets full. So in the future, I will consider just doing Google Hangouts and having the interactivity happen in the Facebook group. Now what it does is it literally floods a Facebook group, but it's still kind of cool because at least I can have a Facebook group open in one window. And yeah, you guys are all just saying it's literally frozen. So there's really not much I can do. So I will do my best. The GoToWebinar right now, it seems like it's just going to freeze on that video for a minute. So hang with it. It'll eventually kind of get itself resolved. Okay. Yeah. So the other thing is that there's Google Hangout. Google Hangout, the latency of it, the ability to be able to do this stuff with it, it makes it a little bit tough. But in situations like this, I should do it. So I wanted to kind of get that out of the way. Why we do GoToWebinar? The last reason we do GoToWebinar is because all buyers, when you buy on JVZoo, you can be automatically registered for a GoToWebinar. You cannot do that with Google Hangouts. So the problem with Google Hangouts is that you can't auto-register people. And so since you can't auto-register people with Google Hangouts, what happens is barely anybody actually shows up for the Google Hangout. We've done it. You end up with like 1,000 people on a GoToWebinar, and you end up with around 200 people on a Google Hangout. Plus, people don't treat the Google Hangouts as seriously. They just come for the replay. So when it's all said and done, there's tools and there's systems for GoToWebinar, but there's not for Google Hangouts. And in the near future, that will all be fixed. So what I'm doing right now is GoToWebinar kind of froze on my face. It's probably a funny-looking face for you guys. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to be monitoring. I'm going to be monitoring the comments in the Instamate group. So I'll be kind of monitoring those in the background. And then what I'll do is I'll basically not only be monitoring comments there, but if you guys want to post comments in the questions area, I'll be monitoring those as well. So I'll be monitoring comments in the questions area here. All you got to do is go into the questions area. I'll have that screen open, and I'll have this open. Now, we are maxed out at 1,000 users right now. We're literally maxed out attendance, 1,000. So it's freezing up GoToWebinar. If you're wondering why I haven't pressed record yet, I'm waiting for the GoToWebinar to unfreeze. So hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully the audio is fine. And what I'll do while GoToWebinar is unfreezing, isn't that crazy how many people are on this that it's freezing it all? What I'll do while GoToWebinar is unfreezing is I will I'm going to actually pull it up in my laptop. So I'm going to have a redundant connection right here where I've got it open in the background. So I have another connection so that we can go without any kind of freezing or anything. So that's going to be fun. We're going to have 2 connections going live at the same time. We're going to have GoToWebinar and on my computer, and we're going to have it on my laptop. So what we're going to cover today, you guys, is a lot of stuff, but I want to keep it very beginner. This main point of everything we're going to cover today is going to be for beginners. So if you're an advanced Instagram user, you might learn something here, but if you're advanced, if you want to jump off to make room for somebody else, that's also appreciated since we have a full webinar. But what you're going to learn is you're going to basically learn a combination. Wow, I'm getting notices from GoToWebinar that we're completely maxed out. I've never even seen this before, these new notices. I'm getting a notice every single time somebody's trying to jump on. That's what's freezing me up right now. Every single time somebody tries to jump on over 1,000 attendees, it sends me an alert. So this is going to be interesting trying to get through all of this. So again, what I'm going to do right now, give me about 2 minutes. We're going to start in about 2 minutes. There's over 1,000 people on live right now. Everybody's here. GoToWebinar is freezing. If you're on right now, GoToWebinar is freezing. It's not even letting me see the comments. It's not even letting me start the recording yet. It's just kind of giving me a spinning ball. So give it like 2 more minutes, and then once I press record, it'll say this broadcast is recording, and I'll officially kick this off. I don't want to start without pressing record because then everybody that didn't make it on won't be able to hear this or see this. So we're in a dilemma, but it's only going to take a minute. So don't worry, it's not going to take much longer. Get a cup of coffee, get a pen and paper, and we're going to have a blast with this right now. Okay, hold on. Like, close. Is it going to let me? Come on, you can let me. I never should have turned on my video, by the way. That was a mistake. That mistake cost me to freeze this thing up. So I'm getting on GoToWebinar right now on a backup laptop because my video froze it. So for those of you that are just now getting on, one of the things that I did in the beginning was I decided to share my video, and that ended up being a pretty big mistake because it froze GoToWebinar with 1,000 people on. And by the way, for those of you that don't understand about GoToWebinar, this is a new update that it just did. It's a brand new update. So I appreciate everybody for hanging in there. If you are on live, don't log off. Don't log off because you will lose your spot. So what's going to happen is somebody else will instantly log on the second that you try. So give me maybe like 2 more minutes, and I'll have this up and running, and then we're going to fly with this thing. Just get started with this thing and click record, and we're going to go from there. So hold on one second. I'm just going to click record, and we're going to start this thing. Sorry, thanks for everybody for being patient. Thanks for everybody for waiting. All right, welcome everybody. This is Chris Record, and we're going to have a live training right now on Instagram, and we're going to have some fun with this. Now, I will tell you, we literally have 1,000 people on live right now, so I'm using GoToWebinar, so it might be a little bit buggy, and so bear with me for the recording for that. 1,000 people, and everybody else wasn't even able to get on, which makes it just that crazy. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically do a lot of stuff here. I'm going to open up a Google Doc, and we are going to take some notes. We're going to do some stuff together. So let's do Instagram beginner training with Chris Record. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking, I'm going to give you an outline of what we're going to do, and then at the end I'll be taking questions. So what we're going to do first is we're going to focus on beginner Instagram training. Okay, I'm going to answer a series of popular Instagram questions, which I've showed you guys what I'm going to do. Then I'll talk about picture quotes on Instagram as a strategy. This is a strategy that a lot of people begin with as beginners. Okay, so that's something that we're going to definitely talk about. And we'll even go into designing picture quotes plus branding. We'll also get into getting shout outs and building your following on Instagram. And then beyond that, we're also going to do some other cool stuff. Like, I mean, we got 2 hours together. So let me even put that we got 2 hours. But we're going to focus on not only getting shout-outs, building Instagram following, but I have tons of free giveaways for all attendees. And this is all training, no pitch, pure value. Now, you might be asking why. Why would I do peer value? Now, let's talk about this really quick. A lot of people think, why would I do peer value? And I want to kind of talk about that. Listen, there was on the last 2 webinars, there was an opportunity to purchase an e-com package, and that opportunity still exists until tonight. So you guys have already seen the pitch. So why would I need to sit here and pitch anything? You guys are all adults. You guys can watch the replays of the last webinars, and it's a great offer. So I'm here basically to cover this, peer value. I'm here to basically help you and deliver as much peer value as I possibly can, be able to help as many people. Okay, so then on top of that, we're going to do questions and answers regarding Instagram for beginners. For beginners. Now, I'm not going to get too advanced here. If you guys want an advanced one, we can do a separate one. But why am I not going to get that advanced? Because I am not an advanced Instagram user myself. I'm somebody who can relate to you if you're a beginner. I'm somebody who can relate. What I'm going to do is with Instamate, I'm actually going to take a profile and I'm going to build it in front of everybody's eyes. I'm going to build it up into tens of thousands of followers with everybody, alongside everybody inside of this group. Okay, Instagram is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. It's not my entire strategy. My strategy is a little bit more like this: Facebook, Instagram, and then only the first 1,000. Okay, webinar's full. I keep getting notifications that the webinar's full. Okay, Facebook, Instagram, live streaming, and Snapchat. That's my social media marketing plan. Really involves those. Okay, let me even add a couple more: YouTube and Pinterest. This is what my social media marketing plan looks like. So I'll run through mine really quick, and I'll show how Instagram fits into it. So with Facebook, I have a personal and page. Okay. So with Facebook, I have a personal profile that I market on heavily, as well as actually pages, but really a big page within a lot of pages. So with Facebook, I love the idea that I can push a button and go live to all of my friends on Facebook. I love the Facebook advertising platform. I love being able to place ads. There's a lot I like to do there. So that's why Facebook is a part. And Facebook has the most data of any website out there. Instagram is extremely popular. Instagram is where you're starting to get people who are a little bit of an older age demographic. Actually, same with Facebook now. But you're getting a little bit older of the age demographic than some of the other ones like Snapchat. And you're getting people who are professional here. So Instagram is a great place to do business because you're able to draw in a larger audience. And so that's what today's focus is going to be about, this component here. Instagram, what some of my strategies are, what some of your strategies can be, and go from there. Live streaming, like I could do here on my personal, but also on services like Periscope, live and YouTube. Live streaming is powerful because with the push of a button, you can get on a video and you can reach literally thousands of people, and people can not only interact with you live, but they can also watch the replay. So live streaming is something that's definitely going to be a part of my overall social media marketing plan. Snapchat is exploding. Snapchat, what's good about Snapchat is it allows you to be able to do volume. No matter where you are at any given time, you can literally pull out your phone and you can do a Snapchat, a picture, a video. You could do something very, very quickly, and you could do a lot of it. You can flood Snapchat with a lot of activity, which is a lot harder to do. You don't want to flood your personal Facebook page. You don't want to flood your Instagram. You don't want to. Snapchat gives you the ability to be able to do a lot of volume in terms of the stuff that you're showing, and to be able to give a peek at a lot of the things in your day-to-day life, and it's a little bit easier to post. So with Snapchat, you don't have to sit there with Instagram and put together the right post, put together the right hashtags and stuff like that. And there's a lot of benefits there. YouTube, because the videos get searched. YouTube, because videos get searched. So if you have content on YouTube, you can post it, and people can continue to find it even years later. So YouTube is valuable because it's the second largest search engine in the world, and it really it's a great place to be able to put stuff. And then Pinterest, because I have a plan to have that entire thing outsourced with all kinds of content on Pinterest. The reason I like Pinterest is because, unlike Instagram, you can click a picture and it can go to a website. You can click a picture and you can go to any call to action that you want, any website that you want, stuff like that. So that's kind of my social media marketing plan. This does not have to be yours, but today's focus is going to be on Instagram. I wanted to show you all of this because I want you to kind of have an understanding of where Instagram kind of lives in my world, okay? I want you to have that understanding. Now, today we're going to focus on a lot of questions. For Instagram, we're going to focus on these questions here. Okay, today we're going to cover personal Instagram versus business Instagram. We're going to talk about which, what is what, how do you want to use these, what's important and why. Then we're going to talk about optimizing your Instagram profile. Okay, so we're going to talk about optimizing Instagram profile, which basically there's certain aspects that show up in search results. There's certain ones that don't. What are some basic tips? Again, on a beginner level. In fact, let me write that. Beginner Instagram questions. On a beginner level. Then we're going to talk about your bio section, and I'll even look at a few bios and stuff like that. What are some of the best practices for what you should do there? We're going to talk about hyperlinks. Okay, so some hyperlinks are clickable, some are not. We're going to talk about those because your whole goal should probably be to get traffic to some sort of website or lead capture page from Instagram, so we're going to cover that. Efficiency. Okay, efficiency. How can you speed things up on Instagram? We're going to talk about double tapping. We're going to talk about, in fact, we're going to even talk about Instamate for that and what we're going to do. Follow for follow on Instagram. This is something that's been very popular. Is it important? Should you do it? What if you do it? What should your limitations be? Stuff like that. And follow for follow is a technique people have used to build up their following, but it has pros and cons. Instagram replies. This is how you mention other people on Instagram. This is the way to be able to set notifications to them. We're going to cover this. Again, from a beginner level, you guys. Instagram post frequency. Okay, this has been asked a lot. How often should you post? How many times per day? We're going to cover this because this is important, especially if you're using automated tools. Okay, viral Instagram tips. How can you create posts that go viral on Instagram for more followers? And from this, I'll even kind of spawn off into picture quotes, Instagram picture quotes, which is a great beginner strategy for everybody to get started with. And then Instagram hashtags, because hashtags are actually used on Instagram. It's one of the few social networks that actually really utilizes hashtags, so that's important. And then call to action posts on Instagram. Now this is where we're actually going to show you how on an individual post by post basis, what are some tips to be able to try to convert some sales from that. Okay, so what I'm also going to do is I'll also be willing to show your profile if it's decent sized, and users can give real-time feedback. We will also spotlight some users for more followers as well, and we will take questions and answers. Okay, so real quick, let me kick this thing off. We're going to go section by section. Let me kick this thing off really quick and do a quick. I see several people in the comments are saying. I guess several people in the comments don't even really know who I am. So let me maybe take a minute and at least kind of introduce who I am, and we kind of go from there. So I didn't introduce myself, I guess, properly in the beginning. I just kind of got into it, and we were late on this thing, so I just wanted to kind of jump into it as fast as possible. Okay, but let me show you who I am real quick, so you can all get a chance to know me. So this is me right here, Chris Record. I am the founder of Internet Marketing Bar. I run an internet marketing firm. We have offices in Austin, Texas, and in Northern California. This is me speaking on stage right here to a conference that I just ran. This is my own conference called the Create, Capture, Convert Conference. There's about 700 people in attendance. And here's a picture, let's see, of my kids. There's a picture of me and my kids, Reston and Raiden. Reston over here on the right is autistic. He's my autistic son. And that's kind of my reason why I want to be like an internet marketer, and I want to be my own business owner, and I want to control my own future so that I can have the freedom to be able to, do what matters most to me and be able to live out my passions. And my son, Reston, somebody who definitely gave me a lot of passion when he got diagnosed. And, of course, my son, Raiden, is just a fireball of energy. And so that's us right there. I'm an internet marketer. One of the platforms I've done a lot of marketing on is JVZoo, as you can see in the stats there. Almost 3.3 million in sales in the last 12 months. This posted just a few days ago. That's from March 2015 to March 2016. $3.3 million. That's just on the seller side, not even on the affiliate side. So my business does over $5 million per year. and hopefully this year goes over $10 million. Now, I'm here basically, I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve not only Luke McGuire, who's somebody I respect a lot, but also I'm here to serve all Instamate members. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm literally here just to give you value. So if there's anything that you don't like from me, just realize it's free, and I'm just here to help out. So let me know in the comments right now if you guys appreciate somebody who's actively making millions of dollars online being willing to dedicate a couple hours on a Tuesday afternoon, even with tech problems, to be able to come out here and share with you guys. Let me know if you appreciate that. And then also, I do have one big favor as well. If you've enjoyed any part of this webinar today, any one part at all, there's an Instamate VIP group. If you've enjoyed any one part of this webinar at all, I would love, what gets me going is testimonials. What gets me going is feedback from members. That's why I ask you to comment when I'm talking. If you enjoy any part of this, if there's any sort of little strategy that you've learned, if there's anything as a beginner that you've learned, or even if you just appreciate the free value, at some point during the webinar, come in here and write a testimonial. Write up a testimonial about just how great Instamate is, or how great this group is, how great the training is, just how people are paying it forward and how awesome it is. I love positivity. I thrive off of positivity, high energy, and all of that kind of stuff. And so, and also I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for bearing with us on the technical details. That means a lot as well. The technical details happen, and I had to completely restart my computer in order to get this thing going. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much for that. It means a lot. Okay, it means a lot. So again, go to Instamate and leave testimonials if you can. That'd be awesome. So let's kick this thing off. Let's talk some Instagram. Okay, so again, beginner Instagram training, and I'll just kind of cover a lot of stuff as we go. Okay, so let's start off by talking about personal. Oh, actually, before we start off, haha, I teased you right there, right? Before we start off, I've also got this for everybody. This is a Beginogram is a site. I'm pulling up in the background there. Beginogram, let me put it in there. Beginogram is a site that that I'm building. I'm in the process of building here for you guys. It's basically a shell right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up this recording right now, and I'm going to put this in. I'm going to chop up the recording, and I'm going to basically put the videos in each one of these sections for you. And I'm also going to build this out. So Beginogram it's a very cool Instagram training course for beginners. And this is something that I'll likely sell, but I'm going to give it to every single person here for free. So every single person here is going to be able to get this for free right now. Let me go ahead and get everybody a link to be able to get it for free. I think you could just go. I think right now you can just go to the top and you can sign up. So let me send this to the entire audience as a gift right off the bat. As long as you sign up during this webinar, go to beginogram.smartmember.com. You should be able to, if you can sign up while the webinar is going before I decide to charge for it, you should be able to get in here. Now these lessons will be empty. I'm going to fill them up, okay? And then what I'll do is when I find really good posts in Instamate, I'll grab them like I did with this one here. How to avoid getting your Instagram account deleted. That's an example of a post that Nicole Mazer did, and I put this in here. So this site is going to fill up like how to avoid getting your Instagram account deleted, see? And I'll put these posts in here, and then people can comment on them and stuff like that. I'll start flooding this in here, and if there's cool Instagram software, I'll put it there. Instagram infographics. This will be a whole entire section where you can basically come in and look at all these infographics and kind of cool stuff about Instagram. This is all available for you right now, and this will be something cool. And I'll just continue building this out. So I'll just continue as I find third-party training, as I find stuff, I'll fill this out. This is for free. This is a gift. If you guys appreciate this gift, put a 1 in the questions right now, and the 1 in the comments right now if you guys appreciate this free gift. Beginogram, Instagram training for beginners. This will probably sell for $47 once it's all built out, but you guys won't have to pay for it. This is just a free gift. You guys get the link, beginogram.smartmember.com. So this is where I will fill in a lot of the content. Okay. So that being said, let's kick this thing off. Let's start with this one, okay? Personal Instagram versus business Instagram, okay? So personal Instagram versus business Instagram, which is better? Okay, so here's going to be my advice, okay? My advice can be simple, okay? Don't cross them over. Keep personal, and business, okay? Now, this is going to be the first piece of advice. Now, you're going to want a personal Instagram because you probably have things like your kids. You probably have things like you're going to be keeping up with close friends and stuff like that. You're going to want to keep personal because this on your personal account, you don't want many friends and followers. You're really looking more for actual real friends and followers, and you're looking for a place that you can post things like your kids' pictures without worrying about a bunch of random people seeing them. So what I've seen as a best practice is if you want to use Instagram as something personal to be able to see what your friends are doing without getting a clogged up news feed, just keep it personal. So have a personal profile, and then have one for each business. One for each business. Write that down. One for each business, like that's business that's in a separate niche. Okay, one for each business that's in a separate niche. And what I mean is this: is like let's say that you have a let's say that one of the things that you do is we'll bring up some niches right now. We'll just give some examples. Let's say that you do search engine optimization is your niche, right? SEO. Okay, let's say that was your niche. You would want an Instagram profile that talks all about SEO. You'd want something that talks all about SEO. You'd want something that gives like square images that are SEO tips. You'd want something that basically like tip number 1, tip number 2. You'd want a whole series of search engine optimization tips. You would want to follow a lot of other profiles that are all into search engine optimization. You would want to optimize your profile so that it can be found for search engine optimization. You would want to use hashtags that are all about search engine optimization. And you would want to have a call to action link that is directly all about some sort of free guide or something free they can get for search engine optimization. So in a nutshell, if that was your niche, that's how you would want to do it, right? So example, niche, search engine optimization. Okay, example niche, another example niche might be, let's just say CrossFit, CrossFit. So, let's say workouts, bodybuilding, health, and fitness. Okay, so you might have a passion about CrossFit. CrossFit is like a workout gym. You might go to CrossFit all the time. You might have a passion about CrossFit. So if you have a passion, I'll pull this up in another window. If you have a passion about CrossFit, then what you would want to do is you would want to keep that completely separate if you could. You would want to basically, do your best. Like here's an example. You would want to do your best to be able to, show pictures and images and videos and stuff that's all related to CrossFit. Your whole entire profile, when people come here, you want to target other people that are passionate about CrossFit, right? So you'd want everything to be as much as possible about CrossFit. So you want to keep this separate, right? You would want to keep these niches completely separate. Now this is common sense, right? Common sense is common sense, but I just want to make sure that you understand it, is that you would have maybe example niche, let's say example niche 1, my personal profile, and that might be pictures of family, friends, etc. Example niche number 2 might be a search engine optimization company. Example niche number 3 might be a CrossFit site. Each one of these will have a different call to action in my description. Each one of these will use a different set of keywords and hashtags and a different type of pictures and a different theme. And what I want you to do with business is I want you to keep it theme specific. So I want everything you do to be completely theme specific, okay? Those are examples. So what you should do, let's say your homework assignment, okay, is going to be write out a list of your different niches that you are that you are promoting, that you are marketing. So write out a list of the different niches that you are marketing, and then combine as many similar niches as you can into like super niches. We're going to say like combine them if you can, because you don't want to have 20 different Instagram profiles, because that'll just be that much more difficult. So what you're looking to do is combine if you can. If you have, let's say I had something that was search engine optimization. Let's say I had another one that was blogging. Those could be combined. Now I might have one that is like bodybuilding, but I might have another one that is like health and fitness, or maybe one that is health, and I could combine those. Because if you look at this, it's not really that big of a deal to have workout pictures and then also have pictures of like food and dieting and maybe healthy meals and stuff like that could blend in here. So you want to make a list of your niches, and then you want to combine as many as possible, And then you want to determine how many Instagram business accounts you are setting up, okay? That's essentially a very simple homework assignment. So in the beginning, the mistake I see people make is that they start posting a lot of business stuff on their personal Instagram, and they're always conflicted. People are always conflicted. They're never really willing to push the envelope on a personal profile. Because on business, you can push the envelope a little bit, but on a personal, you're going to be always a little bit scared because it's your main profile and it's good. So that right there, that's kicking us off, personal versus business. And it's okay to have more than one Instagram profile. So was that helpful? Give me a 1 in the comments right now if that was a quick and helpful basic overview. The ones are flying in right now. Okay. That's okay, good. I'm glad that that was helpful. Again, beginner Instagram training. We're ramping ourselves up. We're ramping ourselves up. Okay? So personal versus business Instagram. I kind of give a whole overview of that, and let's kind of keep going. Okay, the next one we're going to talk about is going to be optimizing your Instagram profile. Okay, so let's go into that one now. Optimizing your Instagram profile. Let's make this one orange. Okay, so let's keep firing this thing off. All right. The first thing I want to talk to you about is, let's talk about what is searchable on Instagram and what is not. Now, first things first, disclaimer, Instagram is always changing things. I'm not the world's foremost expert, okay? I gotta put that in there, you guys, because I could say something right now and then Instagram could change it today. Okay, so I have to make sure you guys understand this isn't like the gospel of Instagram. Okay, this is another user who is just teaching on a beginner level to make sure we're all on the same page here. Okay, so when it comes to searching, this is important to understand. Okay, your name and username are the 2 searchable criteria on Instagram. Okay, your name and username. Write these down. Your name and your username. So when you see a user, like let's see a user for example, when you see any kind of user, okay, the name right here and the username are the searchable criteria. What people do is they basically fill their bio with a bunch of keywords, and the effectiveness, I mean, don't get me wrong, there is effectiveness to it, but the effectiveness is a lot less than what they think that it is. Okay? That's the problem, is the effectiveness is a lot less of what they think that is, right? So what you'd want is you want to basically, you've got your username and you've got your name and your username. Now, if you already have like a branded account, like for example, I have like a Chris Record account, right? Then Chris Record, I don't want to change my username because it's already branded. It's the username that I want. So what you can do though is you can actually add some text to your profile to be able to include in some words that you might want to get searched for, CEO or the word founder or stuff like that, right? So what's going to happen is you're going to have a limited amount of space, right? So let's look at this right here, right? So if I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, and that's it. So that's it, and then I'm limited to that amount of space, right? So on your username, okay, you've got basically a little bit of space there, just that much space right there is all the space I have on my username, and then this right here is the space that I have on my profile name. So what you want to do is you want to come in here and you want to ask yourself, what is something that I can put that is a keyword that I can put on my name if this is a personal profile, but again, you might want to even come up with a name that is a business searchable name, something that is searchable inside of your niche, right? So, SEO tutorial, SEO, like it might be like SEO tips and tutorials might be like a good name, right? If that was a business profile. SEO tips and tutorials. And I might even want to come up with like whatever else it might be to be a little bit more original. So, if you are a, blogger and SEO expert or whatever, so Chris R, blogger and SEO expert, there's things that you can do, right? Now, you won't always be able to get your things. Like Chris Record, it doesn't fit. So you have to get creative with the total number of characters that are there, and you have to figure out, okay, what can I do to be able to do this, right? What can I do? So I might be able to go, okay, Chris Record, blogging, and SEO. Okay, and now that might work. Okay, so now just like that, that's a way to basically say the same thing in a creative fashion. So Chris Record, blogging, and SEO. This might be something that I could do in terms of a name, in terms of a title, so at least I have a little bit more reach to be found. Now, you're going to want to do this on your business profiles. Your personal profile shouldn't matter as much unless your personal profile is a brand, like me. So I'm actually branding this profile. I started with Instamate on this profile, so literally you guys are going to watch, I'm going to grow this profile to tens of thousands of followers using Instamate and using Instagram and using a few other things. You'll be able to watch that and be able to see that happening. So be cautious and be aware that this is a searchable area that you have control over. You do have control over the username area as well. So if you're setting up a new profile, if you're setting up a brand new Instagram for one of your businesses, then I would highly suggest doing something here that is very, very searchable. So even if it was something as simple like, Chris Record, blogging, SEO, or whatever it might be, something. You got to determine what are the categories that you want to get listed for. You can use underscore, stuff like that. Chris Record, blogging, SEO, okay, something like that, right? So now I'm basically have a chance. If this is it, I've got a chance to be able to get listed for blogging, for SEO, and whatever keywords or whatever you might want. Again, you're limited by space, so decide as a homework assignment. Let me go back. So what you want to do is you want to write out a list of keywords specific to your niche that people might search for on Instagram. Okay, and then so you want to basically write out that list if you can. Okay, let me erase that. Okay, write out a list of keywords specific. Okay, and then brainstorm potential names and usernames for your new business IG accounts. Okay, so what you're kind of doing is brainstorming. Now, I like to just brainstorm right in the editor, right here. I like to brainstorm in there, but you can also use tools and keywords. So one keyword that I love is I love Google Instant Search as a way to be able to do something. So you go to Google, and what happens is you start typing in a word, blogging, let's say, and it's going to bring up instant search results right like this, right? So I love just basically using Google as a quick way to be able to brainstorm stuff. You'll kind of see what people, you'll kind of see like anytime there's instant search anywhere, you want to be able to see that. You want to be able to see, what are some searches that people are basically searching for. What's popular? What are some things like maybe you want to do like let's say CrossFit as your niche. Okay, CrossFit Games, CrossFit Open, CrossFit Workouts. So then you go like CrossFit Workouts, and then you press a space again. CrossFit Workouts at home. Okay? So you press a space again. CrossFit Workouts at home with no weights. Okay? And you start seeing what people are searching for. CrossFit Workouts at home with no weights. Right? So this is called a Google keyword tool, and I just love using this one because it'll kind of give you ideas. Okay? Go back to CrossFit Workouts for women. Okay? Something like that. Might even give you ideas. Now you might go, okay, so instead of just CrossFit, which is going to be saturated, I might just do CrossFit women. So I might do CrossFit women. Or the women of CrossFit. Okay, and something like that. And suddenly I'm getting into it. CrossFit workouts, CrossFit workout routines. Stuff like that. So you basically start to see what they start to make recommendations. And if you need more ideas, watch how simple this is. You just type the letter A. CrossFit Anywhere, okay? CrossFit Analog, CrossFit Artistry, CrossFit B, CrossFit C. See this? And it's just showing me tons and tons of keywords. F, G, H, I, J. See what I'm saying? It's showing me all kinds of ideas. And it's giving me ideas not only for the name of my profile, but also for content. It's giving me ideas of tons of stuff that I can also use for content. So brainstorm potential names and usernames for your business IG accounts. Remember to use keywords that you want to be found for on your name and username, okay? That's the big thing. Now that's going to help you get found. That's going to help you get more followers, okay? So this right here is going to be your homework assignment. Is going to be literally going to write out a list of a bunch of keywords, keywords specific to each niche you have a business one in. You're going to brainstorm a bunch of names, hopefully jumping on Instagram and doing that. And then you're going to remember when you're setting up your account to use those keywords in the name and username in order for them to be searchable. Okay, throw a 1 in the questions if you guys found this section real quick on optimizing your Instagram profile to be found in search engines. Tell me if you found this part helpful. A lot of people think that it's all about this. A lot of people think that it's all about this section here, but it's not. It's all about this section and that section. Okay. So that's really what you want to focus on. Okay, let's keep going with the training. No reason to slow down. Instagram bio section. Okay, Instagram bio section. Okay, let's make this one orange so we can grab that. Okay, what are the best practices for your Instagram bio? Okay, somebody, I see questions. People are saying like, what are examples that I might do? Like, okay, so like you know, I'll just show you like an example of a personal bio right here. You know, just like this. You know, like you know, anytime you can use emojis inside, anytime you can just write something cool. We're going to put a call to action with a link. We're going to kind of talk about all this right now. We're going to talk about your Instagram bio section. So I just like to mix it up. Now this account, I'm just using basically a new account that I'm going to basically grow. This account doesn't really have any followers or anything. It only has 2,384 followers at the time of this presentation. This is Tuesday, March 15th, 2016. So on Tuesday, March 15th, but you'll watch this grow into the tens of thousands of followers applying the concepts that we're doing. So I wanted to use an account for branding purposes that I would love to make big on Instagram. So anytime that you see, what I suggest you do first is I suggest you go out and browse other Instagram profiles and see what others are putting in their bios. Okay, that's the first thing you're going to want to do. Browse other Instagram profiles, see what other people are using. See what other people are doing, right? Because it's going to give you an idea. Now, when you see stuff that you like let's say you see like keyboard icons and stuff like this, all you have to do is highlight them and copy them. Okay, highlight and copy, and then you're able to, you know, you're able to paste them. So if you highlight and copy, you're able to paste like that. Okay, so anytime you see something like an emoji or a keyboard character or something like that, keep in mind you can always do that. Now, for an Instagram bio, what the thing is that this bio is not currently searchable. Okay, and also hashtags in your bio aren't really effective. So let's put those things right there. Bio is not currently searchable. Hashtags in your bio aren't effective as hashtags. So put only for branding. So like let's say that you actually had a really good brand, like for a hashtag. Like let's say that you had like a following or something like that. If you had like a really good brand, you could do like a hashtag. You could do like, you know, you could do something like, you know, use hashtag record breaker if you are part of the community, okay, or something like that. Or let's say like Instamate, an Instagram profile. So like let's say this profile was about Instamate, right? If this was an Instamate profile, it'd be like use hashtag Instamate if you feel you're a part of the community, or something like that. So that's the one instance where a hashtag might be useful, but really hashtags themselves, other than branding purposes, are not going to be effective here. I see people go into their bio and put a bunch of hashtags. It's not effective. What is effective is emojis or icons that will get your eye to look a little bit at something, but mostly put in some type of a sentence about yourself, and then some sort of a call to action that's going to ultimately lead to their website link. Okay, so what you're looking at when you go through here is, you know, bio is not currently searchable. Hashtags in your bio aren't as effective as people think that they are. Your bio is 150 characters that you have to share your story, and then your link that you're gonna be as a call to action. You're gonna want to, if you're using it for business, you're gonna want to have a link as well to a call to action. Now, I will show you, you know, if you do put in a link like right here, like let's say that I put in chrisrecker.tv right there. If you put in a link right here, okay, and then you go basically, you know, you come in here, you'll notice this link right here is not clickable, okay? So putting a link in your actual bio makes it so it's not clickable. Okay, so that's not something that you're too concerned with doing, right? What you're looking to do is basically just leave it blank at the end and allow this link down here to be the one that's clickable. So what you want to do is you want to use any kind of combination of emojis, use any kind of combination of things. And remember, you want to basically go and you want to see what other people are doing. So when people like your posts and stuff like that, you know, you can always look around. When people come in and they like your stuff, all these people that are liking, all these people here, you can start to kind of just cruise around. There's Moody. We'll go look at his. And you start to kind of see, like, okay, is this something you like, you know? What do you like? You start to learn about it. You start to look and you start to see, okay, what's cool? What do you like? Stuff like that. And you can always search and you can find stuff as well. You know, like Secret Entourage, let's say, you know, here's a big one, 356,000 followers. So you can learn a lot from stuff like this, and you can kind of see, you know, what they're doing, how they're doing it, what they're saying, what icons they're using. And what you'll notice is you'll notice a lot of similarities. You'll notice that people are basically describing, they're using emojis to be able to draw it, and then here's a call to action, right? So they're basically, you could just start, the best thing to do is just start to browse around. You can click on things and you can start to browse around either related people that are related to that. So if you see a name of something that maybe you really like or something like that, you could go through and maybe try it that way and see what people are doing and kind of see what they're using. Like you go, oh wow, I really like these diamonds, stuff like that. See, they're being searchable, my motivation, success. You'll notice we're going to get to picture quotes a little bit later. But that's really all it is. It's like, you know, SEO or blogging and stuff like that. You come in here and start searching, and you know, you can start finding these hashtags. You can start seeing people that are on there, or finding individual profiles and start clicking through there. And so you'll kind of start to learn what you like. Do you like the clean look? Do you like drawing more attention? Stuff like that. So that's what you want to kind of decide is what you want in terms of your bio. But again, what I would say is in terms of you know, something basic, I'd say make it fun. Okay, pretty simple, right? Share your personality or your brand's personality and use emojis. Okay, so you know that's basically what I would do. And then the other thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to you know, have a call to action to at the end of your bio, leading to your link. Have a call to action at the end, because that's going to be right before they're able to click on your link. So when you go in here, you want a call to action. You know, like, I'll show you how to build a 7-figure business online at blank. And then again, this link, in order to get it clickable, you need to have that link be down here in the link section. Okay, we're going to talk about that next. Don't worry about it. I'll talk about Instagram hyperlinks next, but don't worry. So there's a quick little section on a bio. Again, in terms of recap, you know, browse other Instagram profiles. Go see what other people are doing. Just start searching and looking at people in your niche and stuff like that. Remember that the bio is not a searchable thing. It's more for illustration to get people interested about you. Hashtags in your bio aren't effective unless you're going to use them, unless you have a core hashtag you're trying to get your entire following to use. Your bio is 150 characters that you have, so make it fun, share your personality, and use emojis if you can, or you know, symbols as well. And then have a call to action at the end of your bio leading to your link. So that's covering the Instagram bio section. Let me know in the comments real quick. Do something different. Throw a 3. Throw a 3 right now if that was a good section. I just love seeing this feedback. Look at that, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. We still are maxed out at 1,000 on live right now. So I do feel bad for the people that weren't able to make it, but it's recording, so hopefully we just get the good recording and stuff like that. So that covers the Instagram bio section. Let's keep going. Let's go to Instagram hyperlinks. And let's go down here, Instagram hyperlinks, and give it a color. Okay. All right, Instagram hyperlinks. And so the hyperlink is the part that goes right here on the website. In order to have a link clickable, when you edit your profile, you have to put a link here, your website. Now, we're going to mess around with this a lot right now, and I'm going to show you a few different ways to be able to do this. Real quick, we're going to look at what it looks like. Your website link is going to look like this right here, okay, chrisrecord.tv or whatever it's going to be, and it's going to go to whatever site you want it to go to. Preferably some sort of a lead capture page or a sales page would be the preferable place for it to go. So this, in order to have a clickable link here, okay, now first things first, why do you want it to be clickable? why do you want a link here? Because all of your posts here are going to be designed to be able to drive attention to your profile, and you're going to start getting new followers and people are going to start. Then they might be willing to click right there on that link and be able to look at it. So let's go back to an example. Let's start looking at some of these. Okay, SEO Experts OC. Okay, and you look if you recall from our earlier training. Look, they've got their SEO expert and their county abbreviation all in the username. They have it in the title. Okay, and then right here they have keywords in here, but this is more for not searchable. It's more for marketing. And then they have a link right here, SEOexpertmanagement.com. Okay, so this is just an example. We could do so many. Let's say SEO. Let's go to Secret Entourage as an example right here. Here's their call to action. Click this, 50 free business lessons. And they have secretentourage.com/50 lessons. So these are examples. Again, you want to browse Instagram profiles and you want to see what other people are doing. You also want to click through and you want to see where they're going. You want to see what their pages look like. But you'll notice one of the best things you could do is send people to a lead capture page and build your list from Instagram. Okay, you want to get opt-ins from your Instagram profile because once they're on your email list, you can set them up with an autoresponder. You can sell them stuff for years. You want to build a big following. Plus, you can drive them back to your other social media profiles as you build them. So what you're looking at here is a few different things, okay? So let's look at some of the tips. One of the tips we're going to give. Okay, so in terms of Instagram hyperlinks, okay, you have one link that gets hooked into your bio. Okay, you have one link. Okay, so it needs to be short and branded. Okay, so short and branded. The shorter and more brandable it is, the better. You don't want to have some super long link. You want to have something short. And I'll get back to what I mean by branded. If possible, use your own custom domain name for your short link. Example is, and we'll just use that as Secret Entourage as the example right there. Just right here, example. We'll just grab that one. Okay. So example would be, boom, secretentourage.com/50 lessons. So this is an example. This is their domain name, and they have a free giveaway that they're giving specific to Instagram that's right here. What's important about this is, number one, it's short and straight to the point. It's their brand. It's their website. Number two, they're able to track all the leads that come through Instagram. So what you would do is you would set up a lead capture page specifically for Instagram if you could. Okay, you would set up a lead capture page specifically for Instagram. In fact, I'll be doing that on mine too. Right now I just have it going to a kind of a generic lead capture page. You want to do something that's specific for Instagram. Okay, you could even do something like, Instagram giveaway or something like that if you wanted to make it specific to Instagram. But what they're doing here is they're going 50 lessons, so they know every single subscriber that they get to this page, to this link, they know that that subscriber is coming from Instagram. So they have a way to judge the success of their Instagram profile based on how many clicks and how many conversion rates they get. So that's important. If you have a link here that's your own brand, it's gonna be good. So let's example. Okay, your name dot, and you could buy usually like yourname.tv if .com's not available. yourname.tv/Instagram. So what you could do is you can basically do something like this right here, or you could even set it up like Instagram.yourname.tv if you wanted your domain or whatever it is. Okay. Now what I do is you could buy a domain name and you could forward it. So another thing you could do, example is, mycooldomainname.com, and then forward that URL to a lead capture page. Okay, so that's another thing you can do is just buy a domain name. You could literally just go buy a domain name. So you can go literally to GoDaddy and go buy a domain name. That might be good. So let's say that yours is about. I wouldn't use any corporate trademark. Like if I want to do CrossFit, I wouldn't use CrossFit in here. But you can go to GoDaddy, whatever, and just do like, okay, something like bodybuilding tips is going to be taken, right? So you go there and you go, okay, bodybuilding tips is going to be taken. But look, bodybuildingtip.com Okay, so that's not available, but you could basically search. So bodybuilding tip, I didn't think that was available. I was like, I might grab that right now. But you can kind of look, and you can see like .co, a lot of them are available, .us, .tv, stuff like that. But what you could do is you could say, you can kind of change it up, like mybodybuildingtips.com. Okay, that's available for too much, $488 for the .com. But look at this, mybodybuilding.tips. Okay, that's one you could do. Mybodybuilding.co, mybodybuildingtips.info. So any one of these you could do. Now, I don't want to get too long, so I might do something like, you know, bodybuilding mastery or bodybuilding advice, okay? And you want to just keep trying to see what's available, bodybuildingadvice.info, bodybuildingadvice.net. Now, just because it shows it sometimes doesn't mean it's available, okay? Verified selected. Okay, there you go. So bodybuildingadvice.net. So what I can do is I can come in here and then just continue the cart and go buy this domain name. Okay, bodybuildingadvice.net. I would buy it for 1 year, not 5 years. I would change it to 1 year, and there it is for $9. Now, you can use a coupon. So if you're going to buy a domain name, what I want you to do is go to Google, okay, and you do like GoDaddy coupon, and then do like GoDaddy coupon, like they have like, you know, 99 cents, okay? GoDaddy coupon, 99 cents, okay? And you can find coupons in here. You can basically go through, and whenever there's a coupon list, what you're going to do is you're going to come in here and try to find ones that work. You know, 99-cent coupon promos, you know, for .coms, .whatevers, and you can kind of find coupons that could work. Now, in this case, that's a .net, so I don't know if I'll be able to get a coupon, but you can basically find coupons, supersavings.com for just 99 cents. So you could basically go and find coupons for domains for 99 cents or $2.99 and stuff like that. And if you need a specific one, like I might do GoDaddy.net coupon, okay, and I might be able to find something cheaper, you know. So GoDaddy.net coupons. Now go past the sponsored ads and start going into like stuff like this, everything, all the regular listings. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna see a bunch of coupons, and you're just gonna see if it works. Okay, so that's gonna be the main thing. You're just gonna see if it works to be able to reveal it. Usually it's gonna try to shoot you through so they get their affiliate code. But right there is the coupon. Okay, so all you gotta do is just copy this coupon right there, and then you can go in and you can basically you can go in and try to buy it with that. Okay, .net, .org, GoDaddy, $1.99. And so when you come in here, do you have a promotional code right there? You can apply that and see if it works. Okay, so we can only offer by limiting them to one per customer. It looks as if you already used this promotion. I'm already logged in as Chris Records, so this won't work for me. But what it does is it's either going to work. Okay, so that will either work, or you will just keep going down the list looking for more and more. You'll just keep going down. You know, 38% say it works, 25% works, 100% say it works, whatever. Keep looking for deals as you go down, and then you go to the next site. Okay, so that's how you're going to find a coupon. That's how you're going to be able to find something for .net. That's how you're going to be able to do it. Of course, in mine, I've already used like all kinds of coupons, so it's not going to work as well. So, you know, example, that's just another example. Use a, let's say, search for a coupon to buy a domain name from GoDaddy, very cheap, okay? Short and to the point are the best domain names, branded for your niche. So then once you have a domain name, you can just go inside of, you can actually just log into your GoDaddy and you can go inside and forward a domain name. Now, I don't know if I want to do that right now, but all you have to do is go in and just forward a domain name. And so the way that you forward a domain name, if you need help, the easiest way to get help is just to go to contact GoDaddy or use their support. Just do forward domain name. And if you don't like GoDaddy or you use someone else, then you want to just research how to forward a domain name. And there will be lots of searches for that, like how to forward a domain name, and then type in the place that you have your name. Okay, how to forward a domain name, GoDaddy. And there's going to be instructions here. They're going to show you how to do it. Okay, how to forward a domain name. This video right here will show you exactly how to do it. It'll just kind of show you, like, if you want to forward a domain name. So it'll show you where to go in. You're going to go to Manage Your Domains. You're going to choose your domain. You're going to go into Forwarding, and you're going to be set. Okay, so that it shows you how to be able to do this. Okay, so maybe I will really quick just kind of show you. Let's see if I can grab a domain name. I might be able to in another window. I've got GoDaddy pulled up. I just don't like showing off all my domain names. So forward a domain name to your lead capture page. Okay, that's what you want to do. You want to forward your domain name to your lead capture page if you can. And then what's going to happen is now that's the domain name that you're going to use on your Instagram. Okay, you're going to use that on your Instagram. You're going to basically forward it. So buy a domain name, forward it, and now you have basically a domain name that forwards, like mine right here, chrisrecord.tv forwards to a bridge page. It forwards to my bridge pages account. So this little short little domain name, chrisrecord.tv, I purchased it. When people click on that, it just forwards. Okay, it just goes to a completely other site. That's called domain forwarding. Okay, that's going to be what you're going to want to do because that way you can keep a short brand domain name. So this link right here, okay, chrisrecord.tv or chrisrecord.tv/Instagram or whatever it might be, you do have a limited amount of space that you can use there. And see, it is just going to look like that. So that's what you're looking to do. You're looking to set something up that looks good like that. That is what you're going to want to do with your website. So again, in recap, let's kind of walk through this. In recap, you only have one link that's going to get hooked into your bio. You want this to be short and branded, something that's easy for people to see and want to click on. If possible, use your own custom domain name, either like this, secretentourage.com/ and then a link going to it, or even just my cool domain name. Whatever domain name you want to buy, forward that to a lead capture page. I'm not going to talk too much about lead capture pages right now, but you want to forward that to a lead capture page. And then if you're looking to buy domain names, you can search and buy one from GoDaddy, pretty cheap, and I want you to keep it short and sweet and straight to the point. And again, if you need ideas, one of the best things to do is always just browse around. Okay, browse around. Like you saw what I did. You saw what I did there with Secret Entourage, right? So I started typing in, went to Secret Entourage, and I'm able to see their branded domain name. I'm able to click on it. I'm able to see their lead capture page, and I'll probably even go as far as maybe opting in so I can see what they're doing from there. Okay, thank you. Please check their inbox. Stay motivated. They basically now are representing their brands. They're showing their social media accounts. They're giving a thank you. So they're not really trying to sell anything. They're just trying to build a big following. So now me, personally, I think it would be better to sell something here on this thank you page. So I'm not going to talk too much about lead capture pages, but you're going to want to look that up, and you're going to want to have one so that you can monetize your profile. Now, this can also be e-commerce. This can be an e-commerce site. This can be a Teespring page. This can be a Shopify. This can be Gearbubble. There's so many different options that you can use to make money even directly here. So that's what you want to be looking at. Okay, give me a 4 in the comments if you guys enjoyed this section, this training. Give me a 4 right now. I want to make sure everybody's engaged. Give me a 4. I'm going to sip some coffee here. Wow, they're pouring in. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. Okay. Well, let's just keep going. No reason to slow down, right? Instagram efficiency. Speeding up your progress with Instagram. Okay. And let's do this. So, boom. Keep this one short because I want to kind of get through to some of the other money-making stuff. So, first things first. Instagram can suck up a lot of your time if you are not careful. Okay? Like Facebook. Okay. So, Instagram has a newsfeed. Now, normally you're going to be browsing Instagram from your mobile phone. Okay? So you're normally not going to be browsing from your desktop. Well, what happens is you kind of have this endless newsfeed. Okay? You have this endless newsfeed, just like this. It just goes and goes and goes and goes. And it's even easier from your phone. So, just look at this. Look, it's just endless. Okay? So the problem is, look, it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. I'm just messing around. Look, dun, 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 just going, 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 going. Okay, you guys get the point. I'm just holding down the space bar. Okay. So, okay. Instagram can suck up a lot of your time if you're not careful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about something called variable rewards. Okay? Let's call it the variable reward factor. Okay. I want you guys to understand this because I want you to put yourself in the mindset of put your business owner hat on right now instead of your consumer hat. Put your business owner hat, and I want you to understand the variable reward factor. Okay? What is it? What is it, and what does it mean for social media? Okay, so think about slot machines. at a casino, okay? Think about slot machines at a casino. What is it that makes people keep pulling the lever? Like, think about that. What exactly is it that makes people keep pulling the lever? Okay, so people are at people are basically sitting down in a chair for hours at a time and they keep pulling, right? What is it about it? It's the variable reward. It's the opportunity that they know eventually they will get something they like. In that case, they will win something. Okay, the same exact mentality is used with social media. Okay, so when you're here, okay, when you're here and you're basically running with this variable reward factor, there's infinite amounts of posts. There's millions of posts. I mean, look at all this, and it'll go forever. And the more people that I follow and stuff like that, it'll go forever. So what's happening is I'm here scrolling mindlessly, looking and hoping to get a variable reward. I'm hoping to see something that I'm so glad, that justifies my time, something that I'm so glad that I got a chance to see, right? So I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling, and then I'm scrolling and I go, oh, wow, you know, whatever it is, right? Or like, let me keep scrolling. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I saw this because this on Tuesday, March 5th, this is tonight, and I almost forgot about this. If I wasn't on Instagram right now, I would have forgotten about this. And what happens is that justifies, that's like winning. Okay, this variable reward now, it's like I've won something. So that's how variable rewards work. Now in my mind, it has planted a seed that I'm justified that I've seen this. So now I'm going to keep scrolling looking for another reward. Okay, I'm scrolling and I'm looking for reward, you know, and I'm just going and going and going. And this is how it works, you know. People are basically just going and going and going and going and going. So they're just like, they don't mind the fact that none of these are rewards. So this is like every single time I scroll past the picture, it's like I'm pulling a lever on a slot machine. I didn't win. I didn't win. I didn't win. I didn't win. Whatever, right? But then what happens is you know you're going to win because you've done it before. You've had a taste of it before, right? You know you're going to win. So then you kind of keep going and you're looking for that thing. And then you go, oh my gosh, this quote is perfect. This quote is exactly what I was looking for. Now, pardon if you guys don't like cuss words. Sorry about that. But I'm just using this as an example, okay? And you go, oh man, this is exactly what I needed to hear today, okay? So that's exactly what I needed to hear today. So here's how this works. This variable reward has me trained that it's worth my time to scroll through Instagram. So once you understand how that works, it's just like the person is going to sit at a slot machine for hours. When you understand how this works, it works for all social media. People are looking for variable rewards. You want to give them variable rewards. So when you're on your time right here, I don't have time to scroll through this, right? I just don't have time to scroll through this, right? So what I'm looking for is I'm looking to be more efficient. So if I want to like something, I want to like a lot of posts. I want to comment on posts a lot, right? So if I want to do this, the first thing I want to teach you guys is to make sure that you're double tapping, okay? So the first things first, for effectiveness, for speed and effectiveness, be sure to double tap on posts that you like. Okay, you're gonna want to participate in the algorithm. If you want people participating with you, you want to participate with them. So right here, watch what happens when I double click. There goes the heart. Okay, all you have to do is double click on it, right? So it's a quick little double click. So what you want people to do, it's a double tap. What you want people to do is double tap stuff. Now, for effectiveness, what you want to do is you can just hold down the space bar, you can press the space bar, and it will auto scroll for you, right? So you can actually press the space bar right here if you wanted, and you can kind of go through really fast. So I don't need to scroll. I can go through, I'm holding right now or rapid tapping the space bar. Okay, that only works on desktops, but if on desktop, hold space bar or rapid tap spacebar, okay? This to scroll quickly. Okay, this helps you scroll quickly. So because it's a variable reward, look at this. Look at it this way. If you could have the same exact activity that it took sitting at a slot machine for 5 hours, and you could do it in 1 hour, then you would have saved 4 hours. So you want to learn how to speed up the process as much as possible. Okay, you're wanting to speed up this process. Okay, so there you go. You basically have like all of these different things that you can do, and you want to speed up the process. Now, another thing that you're going to do. Now, if you're on a Mac, it's going to be different than a PC, but there's a way to be able to do a command up and command down. So look at this. I'm at the bottom, and now I'm at the top. I'm at the very first post. All I'm doing is I'm holding down the command button and pressing up. Okay? So you can basically do this, and if it's not, it might be a control button. It might be a button on your keyboard that looks like it has Windows on it. But there's a button on the bottom left of your keyboard. If you hold it down and you press the down button or the up button, it will scroll to, it will page up or it will page down all the way to the top or all the way to the bottom, right? So that's another way to be able to quickly do that, be able to quickly roll through. So these are just some of the basic tips to be able to scroll. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to double tap as much as you can. So there's Katie, and maybe I know, okay, so maybe I'll look at Katie real quick and go, okay, you know, Katie's got, Katie's profile here, somebody I might want to follow, somebody I might want to do a lot with right there. So I might want to come through and double tap a few of her photos, you know, some photos that are cool to be able to come in. Free ebook, I kind of like what she's doing there. And see how fast I am right here? I'm not spending a lot of time, and I've just liked, 3 pictures of Katie's, you know, and there you go, just like that one. So now I've come in here and I've contributed really fast and really effectively in a matter of seconds by looking at people's profiles. Okay, so here's something you might want to do for effectiveness is you might want to have a bookmark folder of people's profiles. If you're on your desktop, you can do this easily. Let me show you how to do it. You go to bookmarks and you go to your bookmark manager. Okay, and then in your bookmark manager, there's a lot of options of what you could do, right? You can basically add folders, stuff like that. So let me add a folder right here. Let me add a folder and call it Instagram. Okay? Add a new folder, call it Instagram, and let's put it right here. Okay. So what I did in a nutshell was I came here. You can just right-click over here anywhere and add a folder. Okay? And what you're doing is you're basically adding a folder. And then what I did was I dragged and dropped the folder into my bookmarks bar right here, so it shows up right here. I now have an Instagram folder right here on Chrome. And if you're not seeing this, go to View and go to Show Bookmarks Bar. Okay? And this works on Chrome. Okay, so I have an Instagram folder, right? So now watch how this works. When I go to profiles that I like, this is going to speed up your effectiveness. When I go to profiles that I like, all I have to do is drag and drop this right there in the Instagram folder. Now it's there. Katie Lendl, Instagram photos. So now watch, if I go back to like that Secret Entourage one, let's say that I liked, and I'm here on this page, of course I can follow them, but that's going to be one of many that I'm following. If it's a profile that I want to learn from and study from, if I have a bookmark toolbar right here, all I do is I do this, drag and drop it. Boom. And now it's in there. Okay? So now I'll even do it to my own. Okay, here's my own. And I'll drag and drop this in here. Boom, just like that. So now, when I'm coming in here, I might search for stuff like Facebook ads or whatever it is, and I might go through and I might try to find, you know, some profiles, some people that I like. Like maybe I really like, you know, maybe I really like this person's here. Now in this case, I don't know if I really like it that much, but maybe there's something I like about it. Maybe there's something I really was like, oh, you know what, I could learn from this. And so what I'll do is I'll grab this and I'll just drag and drop it to my Instagram folder right there. So now what happens is I have these folders. Now let's say that I want to go back to my bookmarks manager. Let's say that I want to go even better. I open up Instagram and I create a new folder inside of that. And this one, let's call it, let's call this one Facebook ads. Okay? Now, this person here is somebody interested in Facebook ads. So now watch how this is going to work. Now, I have an Instagram folder and I have this one called Facebook ads, and there's going to be all the people that do Facebook ads. So as I start searching, I can go basically find like a bunch of cool stuff. I can go look through and say, is anybody posting anything about Facebook ads? And I can go and I can try to find, you know, people that are posting stuff about Facebook ads. You know, entrepreneur in training maybe. You know, maybe this is something cool. You know, find, is somebody posting about Facebook ads? What are people showing about Facebook ads? And that's what I'll do is I'll basically start creating bookmark folders. So let's say Facebook ads. Let's see if I can find another one. No, that one's really no good. And let's see if I can find another one. So you just kind of go through and you see if there's anybody good. You know, and there's lots of other ways to search. So I'm going to show you another way to search really quick. But I'll just go through and I'll start making a Facebook folder. You know, I'll start making a folder of all the different Facebook ads that I want to do. So watch this. Here's another way to search. Facebook ad tips. Let's say Instagram. Facebook ad tips Instagram, right? And you can basically see who's on Instagram that's sharing Facebook tips, right? And then you can basically learn all about that. So you could go and you could search Google. Okay, you could also just search here. You could do even stuff like paid traffic. Okay, you could search paid traffic, or you could search like SEO, like for search engine optimization. And so what happens is you can make a folder of a lot of SEO people, and that's where you get it. So again, how do you do that? Bookmarks, bookmark manager, add folder, SEO, just like that. Now that folder shows up right there in SEO. Now I'm going to show you another way you can do this too. You don't have to drag and drop. There's also a star button over here. I can click that star button, just like that, and then I can just choose the folder and press done. See that? That's all I had to do. Star folder, choose it, and be done. So let's go to this one, SEO Delray Beach. And then once you're doing a bunch in the category, watch, it'll stay selected. Star, it's already done, just like that. So now I can do a whole bunch in the same folder, just like that. And I can go through and I can look at different SEO ones, and I can get a bunch of different SEO ideas like this. Now I got to just press star. That's all I have to do is press star. Okay? So literally that's how simple it is that you can do this. So it's something as simple as this. And now I want to show you even more on your one more for you. If you want to go even better, once you have it set, and if I'm doing a whole bunch of SEO in a row, so let's see if I could do another one. Let's see Steve Aiken's SEO. Now all I need to do is press Command D. Watch the star up here, Command D, boom, and it automatically did it, because Command D is the shortcut to be able to bookmark something. So if you're using Chrome and you put these folders together, now look at this. SEO has all of these in here. So it really allows me to really quickly be able to browse through and find people that are doing SEO. Okay? So now here's another one. Let's go to Google, and let's do a site search. Site Instagram.com. Okay, so you can write this down if you want. Site Instagram.com. Okay, so watch. I'm going to take some notes here for everybody. Create bookmark folders, preferably in Chrome, that organize your favorite IG profiles. There is software to help with this, but I've found this technique very effective. Okay, this is just, so of course there's always going to be software tools and stuff like that that you can buy. There's going to be sites that do that, but this is just the way that I like to do it. So I found this very effective because because of course there's going to be tools, but listen, there's really nothing better than just being able to hit a star button. Anytime you're on something, you're like, oh wow, hit a star button and organize it. This allows you to quickly browse IG profiles in your niche to get ideas and tips. Okay, that's going to let you go. That's going to let you organize. It's going to you're going to basically build one for each one of your niches, and you're going to do that. Now, use Google Site Search as another way to find profiles to bookmark. Okay, so Google Site Search is going to look like this. Okay, you're going to go to visit google.com and search this. Okay, too many O's. There you go. And search this, site:instagram.com. Okay, site:instagram.com. This is what it's going to look like. It's going to bring up 71 million results. Okay, site:instagram.com, and then plus a keyword. Okay, watch how this is going to work. Site:instagram.com, whatever, Facebook ads. Okay, now site:instagram.com is going to pull up all kinds of stuff. Now, you might want to do, let me see if this helps. You might want to basically come in and do www on it. So let me make this a little bit better real quick. www.instagram.com. Okay, put the www on because otherwise it'll pull up a lot of help results. Like if you notice what just happened, it was pulling up help.instagram, help.instagram. It was flooding it with help. So I got rid of that by doing www.instagram.com and pull up Facebook ads. Now, it's going to pull up the hashtag. It's going to pull up lots of individual posts. It's going to pull up posts. It's going to pull up users. So what you're going to see is you're going to see lots of things. You're going to see, you're going to see hashtags. You're going to see posts. You're going to see users. But this brings up a lot of stuff, So it's going to bring up a whole bunch of stuff, So you can basically go through and you can start clicking on this, and you can start seeing lots of stuff as well that comes up a little bit better than the search engine. Okay, this is good because for your effectiveness, this is a way to be able to do something 10 times faster, and it's also going to be a way to be able to help you find all this. Now, if you're using a software tool like Instamate, then you're going to be able to have research tools that are going to help you as well there. So what I'm doing is I know some people that are watching this replay are going to own Instamate, some are not, but Instamate is a great way to be able to automate a lot of this by having research tools at your fingertips. This is a way to be able to do it raw right here. I love showing the raw way so you always have something to fall back on. Okay? So here we go. Like this person was not pulling up fast in search results for me, but I found them very, very easily by doing a Facebook thing. Look, Facebook ads training. So I know this person right here, Facebook ads training, and I know right there, just like that, I can add this, and I can put them in Facebook ads and be done. Okay, you see how simple that was? So this allows me to be able to do this. Now, if you get a little bit advanced, there's even more that I can do here, but this gives me a little bit of advance. Now, if you go to somebody that has something about Facebook ads and stuff like that, they probably have a lot about it. So now I click on their profile, and then here you go, okay, they've got a lot of really cool stuff, and so what I'll do is I'll also bookmark that one, and I'll add them to my Facebook ads. So what happens is you start realizing, okay, this person doesn't just do Facebook ads, but they give a lot of social media tips, and so this might be something valuable for me. Okay, so those are the basics of it. Okay, in order to be more effective, okay, what I want you to do is I want you to learn how to understand the variable reward factor. I want you to understand people are looking for the reward. You want to be the one to give it to them. So Kim Garst here, with every single one of these posts, she's looking to stop somebody in their scrolling path, stop them, and hopefully take a look at what she's got. So like she put, handle every stressful situation like a dog. If you can't eat it or play with it, then pee on it and walk away. So she's saying something funny, okay? And she's got her brand there. She's saying something funny to try to get your attention. She's got the picture of the dog. It's cool, especially if you like dogs, and then a little quote. So she's trying to distract you or pull you away from whatever it is you're looking for so you look at her stuff instead. That's the variable reward. She's using animals. She's using quotes. She's trying to, she's trying to engage people, like this. Describe 3 words you see best, that the best describe you, whatever. So she's trying to find these variable rewards to be able to show to people. That's how the variable reward factor works, is somebody's scrolling, and you've got to try to find what image is going to jump out at them and stop them from scrolling so that they get a chance to stop and take some kind of action with you. And you're hoping that action is a double click. Okay? So that's essentially what she's hoping for, and she's hoping we see this dog picture and do that. Double tap, right? So that's what she's hoping. She's hoping to be able to give, so here's a social media tip right there. Here's all this kind of stuff. Okay, so that's basically the variable reward factor is trying to give somebody something they need. Put yourself in the mindset of why they're scrolling through in the first place. Understand that. Learn to double tap on posts you like. Learn to be able to scroll faster through there. Learn to cut down your hours you're going to spend. Create a bookmark folder to be able to find your favorite IG profiles. And then you can also use Google search to be able to find profiles that weren't showing up very easily. So that's going to be that right there is the quick overview of Instagram efficiency. If you guys are engaged and excited and enjoying this, throw a 5 in the comments right now. Throw a 5 in the comments right now if you guys are engaged, excited, want me to keep going. All right, got just hundreds of them pouring in. All right, let's keep going as long as you guys are enjoying this. And then we'll do questions at the end. Questions at the end. All right, let's talk about follow for follow. Okay. So follow for follow on Instagram. This was a very popular thing. Follow for follow is what most people started with. And essentially, when people follow you on Instagram, the question is like, do you follow them back, right? So when people come in and they follow you, you got to try to figure out, do you follow them back? You'll notice I basically, for a while, it was just like out of respect, I was following anybody who followed me. I was like, screw it, if somebody's following me, I'm going to follow them back. I mean, why not, right? So that's something you've got to kind of decide what will work for you, is basically when people follow you, do you want to follow them back, right? So there's all these people that are going to start following you. They're going to start liking your stuff. You can choose to follow them back. Now, I want to talk to you about the pros and cons of this, okay? That's essentially what I want to talk about. Just something real quick. We'll keep it very quick and very simple, okay? when it comes to follow for follow, it's not that it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's that it's overused. It's misunderstood. Okay. Okay. So let's just clarify it for beginners. Okay. First things first. When you follow more people, it will show more posts in your Instagram newsfeed. Okay. This will begin to flood your newsfeed, making it harder to find things you are looking for, or harder to find things you want. Okay, I call it the newsfeed. Sorry. And by the way, I know there's terms in every single network. I call every single anything with endless scrolling. I call it a newsfeed, just so we're clear on the same verbs and stuff like that. Anything I call it a newsfeed, even though it's not technically news. Anything that has endless scrolling, I just call it a newsfeed at this point. That's just like, that's my terminology for stuff. Okay, so what you want to do, this begins flooding. Okay, so for a much better experience, you want to create a newsfeed of posts relevant to you. Okay, this will help you find things you like faster, double tap, and comment on them faster, etc. So in this case, it's actually less is more. Okay, less is more. So that's essentially the big thing with the newsfeed is that when I first started on Instagram, on this account right here is a dummy account. On another webinar, when we get advanced, I'll show you the brand accounts that we manage. The brand accounts we manage have tens of thousands of followers on them. I want to set this account right here, this personal account. My goal is to get into tens of thousands of followers in front of everybody as part of this kind of case study, so I can show you how to do it kind of from scratch. But when I first started, basically what I did was I connected my Facebook and started following every single person that was connected on my Facebook, and a lot of them followed back. So you'll notice my followers and following is right about the same. Mm-hmm. But this created a newsfeed that really wasn't, it's hard for me to go through and find stuff that I really like. It's just a random newsfeed of a bunch of stuff, right? So it just makes it that much harder. So for me, what I would do is I would basically clean this up. The first thing I would do is I'd go in and clean it up. If you have a lot of people you're following, you might want to go through and unfollow, and then follow the ones that are specific, that are posting content a lot, that you want to be able to model after. Okay, maybe follow some of your peers in the Facebook group. Now, if you don't mind a newsfeed like this, with this much stuff, sorry I'm coughing in the background, you guys, I'm sipping some water over here. If you don't mind a newsfeed like this that's a little bit harder to find things that you like, then it's really not a big deal. Okay? But let's say that you want to see more stuff like this, right? Okay. Sorry, I might be coughing through this next section. I got a dry throat here. So if you want to see more stuff you like, then follow that user and just start. What you might want to do is unfollow and start from scratch, because you want to basically create a newsfeed that is stuff that makes it easy for you to be able to scroll down and be able to double tap a lot. You want to be double tapping on a lot of stuff, right? So you want to go down, and you want, maybe if you want to see quotes or something like that, you know, you want to be able to go through and see a lot of this stuff really quickly, right? So you want to go in whatever niche you're in, you want it to be a lot of stuff related to that niche. Okay, so you want to follow other people in your niche. You want to really fill your newsfeed with that. Now, if you're starting from scratch, I do understand when you follow people, there's a good chance they're likely to follow back. In fact, I was the person that did that too. Now, I do it from my phone. I don't do any kind of following really back from here, but I do it from my phone. But I was that type of person that every single person who followed me, it would give me a notification, and I would just click the little notification and follow them back. But then I just realized this newsfeed just becomes unmanageable. So what I recommend is finding a balance. Is if you're that hard up for followers, that you're out there following people just hoping they'll follow you back, I think there's lots of better ways to be able to engage with followers. But understand there's no right or wrong way to do this. So I'm going to write this in here. There is no right or wrong process of following people, just personal preference. Okay, that's really what it comes down to. Do you want a newsfeed flooded with tons of random content, but have more followers yourself? Or would you rather have a few less followers and a newsfeed that is appropriate for you? Okay, that's really going to be what the preference comes down to. So when you're choosing to follow, people and hoping that you're going to get a follow back, basically you got to decide which one are you in. Are you like, hey, I don't care what my newsfeed looks like, just give me the followers. Well, then following a lot of people will help. But if you'd rather have a good experience on Instagram and enjoy it more and be able to log in and see stuff you like and you don't mind having some less followers as a result, then I would say stick with a smaller follower count. Okay, that's it. I don't need to spend too much time on follow for follow. There's a lot of groups even that'll do follow for follow. You can learn a lot about that. But you can basically go and learn more about that on your own outside of that. Okay, let's move on. Throw a 6 if you guys want me to move on. If you felt that was a very brief and basic overview, throw a 6 in the comments if you're engaged. We still have 1,000 people on live. That's crazy. That's crazy. So if anybody's if anybody right now is live watching from the Instamate Facebook group, it looks like there's about 10 spots available. If anybody wasn't able to get on, tell them to try again now and see if they can get on. Okay? And we'll try to do that. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Let's go to the next one. Okay, Instagram replies. So here we go. So with Instagram replies, this is a big thing that's really unused. Okay, I know I never started using it until I really saw, when I started reverse engineering the pros, this is where I really started seeing what they were doing, and I really realized, wow, they really have a system here for replies and mentions. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, use the at symbol, which is like a mention, to reply and thank people with their username in your responses to their comments to ensure that they get a notification. Okay, that's a big one. So the way Instagram works is if you just reply to them in the comments, they don't get a notification unless their username is mentioned. So you want them to get a notification because the whole entire social media world. Let's write that. Social media is fueled by notifications. Okay, people have a notification addiction. They really do. It's like when you go to something, when you go to let's say like Facebook or whatever it might be, and you see this you see these red marks here. I've got 69 notifications right there. It's like you have this idea that you have to. Oh, by the way, Stephen, great. Been mentoring with Chris Record for years now. He offers more value than anyone else in the industry. Boom, like that. Thank you. Good timing on that. That just showed up right on the top. So there's all of these notifications, right? People have to have these things cleared. Now, I'm not going to check my messages right now live, but because sometimes they might be personal or something, but I have to, people have to get rid of this stuff. People have to do this, okay? The same thing with Instagram or any social network. People have a notification addiction. They have to clear these out. They can't stand seeing that they have these, and so they're always checking their notifications, right? So when you're working with people here, you'll notice everybody has their everybody has their usernames, right? Now I'm on desktop because this is a webinar, but it's a little bit easier to do even from mobile. But look here, awesome message, love having you as a mentor, at Chris Record. So this right here is a username mention. Okay, this is a mention. This is an at reply. Okay, at Chris Record, at Chris Record. By doing this, this is what triggers a notification, right? So when you're in here, it's going to be as simple as at and then their it's going to be at and then their username. Okay, so you want to make sure you can either do it manually by putting the at symbol, or especially from mobile, you can just reply directly to that. When you reply directly to the comment, it should automatically tag them with an at mention. But that's the difference between them receiving a notification or not. So it's important, okay? It's important they do that. Now, you're going to want to keep conversations going in the comments. So these comments here kind of fuel you. This is kind of your energy. So you'll notice you have a description, you have hashtags. We'll cover hashtags next or in a little bit. And then you have conversation, okay? So you have description, hashtags, and you have conversation. So what you're looking to do is you're looking to keep conversations going in the comments, ask users questions, use their usernames, etc. And just start going in the comments. Okay, you're going to want to just go and interact as much as you can. Now, some of these profiles are going to do it a lot more than others. Okay, so if you're this big, like Secret Entourage, 356,000 followers, they're not going to have the time to really sit there and interact with everybody inside the comments as much, right? But you will notice some of the medium-sized profiles do a great job of this. Okay, somebody who's really probably Kim Garsh probably does. She's pretty good at that. We'll see if she does. We'll try this one for example. Not really, but she's keeping it going a little bit. Am I right or am I right? And then she's throwing some hashtags in the comments. She's keeping it going. People are tagging. I don't know. Some she might do more than others. I don't know if I have a good example live right now for you, not without seeing more. But let's go back. So basically, you're able to you'll see like people tagging people, right? Like this person, Amir, tagged all of these different users, right? Tagged all of these users. This sends them a notification. It's like tagging them. It's a mention. And so this right here is what you want to do. You want to basically be responding to people in the comments. You want to be using hashtags so that something can be found, and you want to be using @mentions and @replies. This is something that's overlooked a lot. Now, when you get the conversation going, and because I'm live and because we started late today, I'm not going to go through and look at too many more, but when you start doing research, you'll start seeing that people do a lot of replying back and forth. Some Instagram users do a great job of being able to literally reply to everybody. And what that does is that basically gives them notifications, keeps them coming back. And keep in mind, all social media, let's write that down. All social media works off algorithms to show content, okay? All social media works off algorithms to show content. They are tough to crack the code on, but there are obvious elements to the algorithm, such as high engagement, etc. So what happens is they're hard to crack. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say we're all going to become experts at cracking the algorithm, but all big social media companies, they have a department that writes code to say how do they show you posts. Like when I was on Facebook right there, why did Facebook show me this post? Right? It was an hour ago. Out of all the posts, why did they show me this post? Why are they showing me this thing? Why are they showing me this picture? Right? It says, sure, 2 minutes ago, but I have thousands of friends that could show me. Why are they showing me this one? There's an algorithm that decides what to show me in the newsfeed. Same with Instagram. It can't show me every single person's post. There's always going to be algorithms on what I see. There's going to be algorithms on what shows up on search. There's going to be algorithms on how people find me and what people are more likely to see. There's going to be all this kind of stuff. So what you want to do is you want to basically get as good as possible at getting high engagement. Okay, because as soon as you get high engagement, you can start showing up for hashtags. Okay, so I'm not going to get into hashtags totally right now, but as soon as you get high engagement, you can start showing up as a top post as well. Now, there's an algorithm that decides this as well. Okay, this is just yet another thing. So for the term SEO, there's an algorithm that determines these top posts, and there's an algorithm that determines these recent posts. And that's how you can get found under hashtags. So because the algorithm is hard to crack, what you do want to realize is you do want to realize that, basically, like, look at this one, number 1, right? This one right here, 1,000 comments in there, all this kind of engagement puts them as number 1, okay? 18,000, but there's no proven way to do it, okay? There's just, everything's going to be a little bit different. But what we do know is that the speed of engagement that you get is going to help you become a top post, the speed. So anything that you can do when you post something is start a conversation really quick, try to get it to show up, try to get a lot of engagement on it, use the right hashtags, and you might be able to show up as a top post by doing that. And that's a great way to get seen. So the moral of the story there is what we do understand is that more engagement, more real engagement, faster, is helpful to getting more exposure on each of your Instagram posts. Okay? So what I would encourage you to do is make practice, not make practice, but practice using the @ symbol and tagging relevant people, replying to their comments, and using hashtags in the comments area as well to help drive more engagement to your posts. Okay? Pretty simple. Okay, let's switch up the numbers, and let me give you guys a harder number to type in. Type in a 10. If you guys enjoyed this section in the comments right now, type in a 10. I want to make sure you're paying attention. Type in a 10 right now. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of us on. This is crazy how big this is. Type in 10. There we go. This thing is exploding. Geez, it's so exploding so hard I can barely even read it. It's going too fast. All right, let's keep going. You guys, this is being recorded too, so you'll be able to watch this over and over and over and over again. Okay, Instagram post frequency. This one's going to be a big one for a lot of you right now. Okay, Instagram post frequency. Let's make this thing orange. Boom. Instagram post frequency. Now, I'm going to start off with a big disclaimer. Or not even disclaimer, just put a notice. This is extremely important if you are using any automated software. Okay? That's an important note. Now, some of you are using automated software to post and do stuff like that. This is extremely important if you are using any automated software. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to read this to you out loud right here. Inside of the Beginogram training, there's a module on how to avoid getting your Instagram account deleted. Okay, I'm going to read this to you because this has to do with it. Okay. When using any type of automation software, you need to make it seem as if you're an average user, especially when you're first starting out. Okay? Any type of abuse can get your account banned, even without automated software. Okay? You have to come across as an average user. Okay? If you start a brand new account and you start posting several times a day, or unfollowing people too quickly, there's a very good chance your account will get flagged. Start off manually with new accounts and work in the automation slowly. Slowly is the key word. Okay? Or if you have an account you've never used automation with and you've only done tasks manually up until now, start off slowly. Okay, now here's an example of a slow pace for post frequency. Now this is really more important for software, but it's really important. So in the beginning, if you're using any kind of automation, start with 1 to 2 posts a day for like your first week or two. Now I know you might be thinking, really? That's too slow. Well, keep in mind you have to sort of build up your account. Okay, you've got to season your account. Okay, so 1 to 2 posts a day per week, and then ramp it up to like 2 to 3 posts a day, and then 3 to 4 posts a day, and then so on. You could eventually get up to like 10 to 20 posts a day. But if you start with 10 to 20 posts a day right off the bat, then it looks unnatural. Remember, you got to look like an average user. It looks unnatural, and it'll throw flags up in the system, and you could get your entire account banned. I'd rather have a good, solid, stable account than a banned account. Okay? Automation is going to help you save some time, but it's not geared to replace you completely. So don't just set it and forget it. You're going to want to check. You're going to want to check in on your Instagram account often. Now, if your account does get flagged, but your software keeps going, you're checking that you're running the risk of losing your account completely. So what will happen is your account might get flagged. And at that point, if you're using any kind of automated posting software, you're going to want to turn it off because your account is at too much risk right now, and you're going to risk losing it. Now, this is just a guideline, okay? And actively managing your accounts isn't that bad of a thing, even if it's just 15 minutes a day, okay? 15 minutes a day. Now, this was written by an Instagram user, Nicole Mazer. She's great. I'm going to give a bonus. She's giving away a bonus for this webinar. At the end of this webinar, everybody that's on, I'm going to give away a bonus to every single person that Nicole put together. It's a great tip, and I wanted to start this off, and I'll just copy this, and I'll start it off with this right here. So let's go down. Let's see this, okay? Okay, 1 or 2 posts a day for a week or two. So let's say if you are using any automated software for posting or scheduling, try this formula to start, okay? 1 or 2 posts a day, then 2 to 3, then 3 to 4, and so on, okay? Just start with that, okay? Now, if you are manually posting, you can get away with slightly more per day and still be normal on Instagram. Now, let's talk though about let's talk real quick about like a sweet spot. Okay, let's talk a little bit about that. So, is there a sweet spot with post frequency? Okay, so it's a little bit different for everybody. Okay, it's a little bit different for everybody. So here's what I'll say on the topic, because there is no right or wrong answer. Let me just put that. There is no right or wrong answer, just guidelines. Okay, so as far as what I'm going to do, I'm going to say this. Here's going to be my stance on it. Post as often as you can without going crazy if it's manual, and choose your own frequency, but stay consistent with the frequency that you choose. This right here, the consistency is more important than quantity. Okay? Consistency is more important than quantity. So what you're looking to do is you're looking to say, what can you be consistent with? Now, if you're using software, you can set up some sort of consistency, but if you're doing it manually, which some of you will be doing it manually, because especially if it's like your own brand and stuff like that, then you're going to want to choose a level of consistency and try to stick with that. So consistency is going to be a more important factor than the actual quantity that you're going to post. Okay? Now, I think a good number might be like, 6 to 10 per day on a seasoned account. Okay? I think that would be like a good number. Let's put example, 6 to 10 per day on a seasoned account. I might not start out with 10 per day. I might not start a new account and just be like 10 posts per day, but I might go like 6 to 10 per day on a seasoned account. That might be something I do. Now again, choose your own frequency. There is no right or wrong number. What I do like looking at is the big accounts. I do like going in and researching like a lot of the big accounts in here and using tools like Instamate to do the research for that and seeing what post frequency they use. Okay? So see what post frequency some of the big accounts use. Okay? Even if they're in other languages, stuff like that, you might not even understand the language, you could still kind of come in here and you could still kind of start to see. And there's tools that will help you do this, but you could still kind of start to see how often they're posting. And this person's not even posting often at all, right? So there's an idea that you could do that's different. Now, it all depends on the strategy you're doing. Let's go back to like Kim Garst and let's look at hers. Okay, so let's look at Kim's 45 minutes ago, 5 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 21 hours ago. So right there's like 4 in a day, 23, really 5 in the last 24 hours. Okay, so there's like 5 in the last 24 hours. So you're seeing like a pretty good consistency of like probably 5 to 7 per day right there, just on this one user. And you'll also notice the number of posts will be an indicator as to how frequently that person posts. So there is room to do it, but you just need to make sure you have. Now you'll also notice she's doing branded posts, so she probably has somebody watermarking quotes for her. She probably has somebody putting together quote pictures, watermarking them, and posting them. So she's probably also limited to her frequency on how often these things are able to be created. She probably doesn't have 1,000 of them just sitting there. Okay? But she might. She might be scheduling these out. She might pay an outsourcer to say, create these quotes and then schedule them to all go out, hours apart or whatever. And that might be the way she's doing it. I have no idea. You'd have to ask her. So consistency is more important than quantity. So there was a quick overview of Instagram post frequency. It's going to be different for everybody. First thing to identify is whether you're going to be using automated scheduling or not. And if so, ramp your account up over time. And if you're going to be doing it manually, there's no right or wrong answer, but stay consistent. Consistency is the big thing. For example, if you're going to do 6 to 10 per day, then consistently do 6 to 10 per day, something you can stick with. One of the worst things you could do is be doing 6 to 10 per day and then do nothing, and a week goes by. So just make sure whatever it is, consistency will help build up your account over time. All right, throw a 12 in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this section right now on Instagram post frequency, throw a 12 in the comments if you're watching live. Throw a 12. That should be awesome. All right, let's keep firing through these. A lot of fun. We're enjoying this. and people are loving this. I'm reading the comments right now, and this is pretty awesome. Okay, let's skip viral Instagram. I'm gonna end with that one. Let me go to Instagram hashtags real quick, and I'll come back to viral Instagram afterwards. Okay, so boom. Okay, Instagram hashtags. How many hashtags should you use? How many hashtags should you use per post? Which ones are the best, and why? Okay, Instagram is all about hashtags. Okay, this is more than pretty much any other platform. Okay, so Twitter has them, Facebook has them, all these places have them, but Instagram, oh my gosh, Instagram is just blowing up when it comes to hashtags. So first things first, do some research and start to kind of see like what kind of hashtags. Now, tools like Instamate, for those of you that are using Instamate, there are definitely some great, Instamate has some great tools to be able to help, be able to research hashtags, to be able to get lists of hashtags. There's just so much stuff to be able to do, like in the popular tag section. So for those of you that are using tools like Instamate, like for example, if you're using Instamate, you can go in and you can start going through the sections and finding all kinds of popular hashtags in Instamate. You can go over here in the popular tag section. So for those of you that have tools, and there are other hashtag tools that you can research as well. So for those of you that have this, it's a great place to be able to come in and be able to see a lot of this kind of stuff. So there's great ones. Now I'm going to basically just do a general overview for beginners, and then we'll kind of go back to it. But with hashtags, so let me kind of go to one. Let's go to like Secret Entourage. Let's just go to the most recent one. Okay. With hashtags, every time you make a post, you have something that you're going to type in, like a description for the post, and then you're going to have a series of hashtags, and you can even tag people. Okay, but hashtags is basically this hashtag symbol and then a word. Now, there are big hashtags, which are the big ones, and then there's more of the mid-size hashtags, and then there's small hashtags. Okay, like an example. So let's say big hashtags, mid-size, and there mid-size hashtags, small hashtags. Okay, so the big ones can get you a lot of engagement, but they fade quickly because of competition. So like for instance, example, big hashtag example would be something like success. Okay, so if I use the hashtag success, sure, it can be seen. If I use the hashtag success, yeah, I'm sure it could be that this hashtag, it's got 12 million posts on it. So sure, it would be awesome if I could be a top post, or even a recent post in the hashtag success. That would be great. Okay. Now the problem is that with this much competition, okay, on that hashtag, what's going to happen is my post is only going to be seen for a small amount of time. So hashtag success. Okay. Post has a, so lots of competition means high visibility for a short time. Okay, that's kind of the big hashtag example. Now, mid-size hashtags, which are like basically the ones that aren't as popular. Mid-size hashtag example. Let me just grab one real quick for you. So mid-tag. So you can basically come on here. You can kind of see what the mid-tag hashtags are. But an example might be like, instead of like success or whatever, it might be like another one, like success quotes. Okay, so instead of 12 million, it has 202,000. Okay, now I'm starting to get a little bit more mid-size. Okay, now that one's actually still big. In the hundreds of thousands, it's still big. Don't get me wrong. Okay, but that's like, you might be like, hashtag, hashtag success. Like you look at these like success SO, success story. Okay, that would be a good one as like a mid-size one. Success story. So that kind of a mid-size example might be success story. Okay, so slightly less competition. Less competition means slightly less visibility, but but circulates, the post will circulate for a longer time because there are less posts overall. So in this example, so in this one, you're going to get higher visibility with those hashtags, but there's so much competition you might not get seen. Whereas if you use these mid-sized hashtags, you're sacrificing some of the amount, you're sacrificing some of the quantity of people that might see it, but you're actually getting, you have the ability for it to circulate for a lot longer. Okay. Smaller hashtag example would be something like, let's say like orange hat, right? So I like, that would be like an orange hat marketer, or, orange hat, like let's look at it. So I always wear an orange hat, right? So an example would be like orange hat, orange hat, 9,437 posts, right? So this is like basically people are, when they're wearing an orange hat, they're going to tag orange hat, right? So it's really not that, the issue is there's just really a lot less volume of people that are going to be at all interested in searching for an orange hat, but you're going to get, your post is going to stay up longer because you're going to get more visibility. See right there. So as you can see, right there, I'm in the most recent posts right now for this post right here on that term, orange hat. So see that, Chris Record, orange hat, on that term right there, I'm in the most recent post. So that's an example of how right there, right in front of you in real time, I hadn't even searched that before, I'm in the recent orange hat post, because it's easy to be able to stay up there and not get knocked down because it's a low volume keyword. So orange hats, this would be like low volume hashtag, which is less engagement, but more visibility, but let's say, but more circulation for a longer time. So what I like to do, what I would suggest for beginners is to mix it up. Use a combination of big hashtags, mid-sized hashtags, and small hashtags. Okay? Just use a combination of them. Okay? So if you go to like a post like this, just use a combination, like in an example like this. That's like small. Photo shoot, photography, those are mid-sized. Stuff like a headshot, Scottsdale, Chris Record would be small. Internet marketing would be maybe mid-sized. Entrepreneur would be big. Product launch would be small or mid-sized. Success would be big. Magazine would be big. Advertising would be big. So you can start to see these, like product launch, 22,942. So you can start to see those. So you see it's got 22,000, so it's even hard to see. But a lot of these people are putting product launch stuff, and you see I don't even show up as a recent post there, even though this one is on there. Success is huge, 12 million. So you can start to basically see what to do. Like in this case, magazine, 5 million right there. Scottsdale, Arizona, 772,000. So you start to kind of see what people are doing, and entrepreneur is going to be a big one, 6 or 7 million. You can start to see all of this kind of stuff. So photo shoot, 23 million. So yeah, you'll get some likes, but it won't be much. It'll be short-lived. So that's kind of the idea. Now, in terms of hashtags, let's talk a little bit of details of hashtag details. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the details. Okay, so you have hashtag details. First of all, hashtags are the power of Instagram engagement. So you need to harness this power. Okay, you need to. Hashtags are vital. Okay, you have up to 30 hashtags per post, but focus on more relevant and real ones. Okay, now, is there a magic number? Well, I did a lot of researching to see what's the magic. Should you do 0? Should you do 30? Should you do what? Guess what? The best number I could find is this. 11. 11 hashtags is right around the magic number. Don't be exact, but get close. Okay, so stick around 11 hashtags if you can. Now, of course, there is no right or wrong answer. You're gonna reverse engineer and see what other people are doing. But for a beginner, if you want a starting point, make an effort to have 11 hashtags on each post that you make. Okay, 11 hashtags. You can put some additional ones in the comments if you think of some after the fact. But 11 hashtags seems to be seems to be the number, right? So again, you're going to focus on hashtags that are super popular, the ones that are the top ones, right? And then moderately popular, and then less popular. Okay? And remember, remember that combination will give you longevity over time for your posts, plus quick mass exposure by putting the big ones in there. Okay? So hashtags, you can literally do a search. In the Facebook group, we'll do a lot more on hashtag marketing. But look at how much I just did. I just wanted to show you a lot of this. And again, start seeing what other people are using for hashtags. Use software and tools to be able to find some. But there you go. So put a 15, right? 15 in the comments if you just enjoyed that section on hashtag marketing. If that helped clarify some things for you, if you enjoyed that, throw a 15 right now in the comments. Throw a 15. I'm checking out these comments right now, reading through everybody's. Pretty cool stuff, you guys. Pretty cool stuff. I'm loving it. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, let's keep going then. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay, remember I skipped viral Instagram tips, so we're going to come back to that. Let's do call to action, and then let's end with just basically giving you ideas on how to improve your profile. Okay, so let's start right here. Call to action, posts on Instagram, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so call to action posts. So what you want to do on Instagram is you can't, every time that you have a post, okay, you can't necessarily put a call to action on it. Okay, so an example is if we start looking at people's posts, okay, Kim Kardashian, well, she's probably not trying to sell something. Let's go back to Kim Gars. If you look at these posts, you have this right here, okay, which is going to be your description, and then you can also have hashtags, right? When you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything, right? So you can start to kind of see. You can scroll through, and you can start to see. Now, on a quick little shortcut, when you're scrolling through, if you're on your desktop, you can use the right and the left arrows for efficiency. So watch. I'm just clicking a right arrow right now. I'm not even clicking a mouse, just a right arrow. So you can really quickly and effectively scroll through a lot on your desktop by just clicking the right arrow. So, but you'll notice you have the ability right here to be able to write something, but you don't have the ability to be able to post a link. And so because of that, because you don't have the ability to be able to post a link, you have the ability to write something, you have the ability to put hashtags, but no clickable link. There's no way for somebody to click a link. So if you want to add a call to action to your posts, you have to encourage people to click your profile to get something. So if you want to use your posts to be able to drive a call to action, you have to be able to tell people, hey, something like click the link in my bio to get this free report, whatever it is, 21 ways to do whatever it is, right? So on your bio, you come up with some sort of free report, something like that. I'll show you how to build a 7-figure online business at whatever it is that you're wanting to brand. So let's say download my free report, 21 ways to do XYZ at chrisrecker.tv/21 ways. So if I post this link right here in an actual post, it will not show up as a clickable link. Somebody would have to copy it and paste it. And while that might seem easy right now, I can copy and paste this on my desktop, 99% of people are going to be viewing Instagram from their phone, from their mobile phone. So since they're viewing from their mobile phone, they're not going to easily be able to copy and paste a link. What they're going to be able to do is they're going to be able to click your profile. They're going to be 2 clicks away. So when they're on mobile, if you give them a call to action to click your profile, click the link in your bio, okay, as your call to action, they're just this click, and then they're this click. So they're 2 taps away with their finger to be able to get to like a lead capture page. So since somebody is 2 clicks away, you have to be able to use your posts. In your posts, you want to be able to drive people, if you can, to be able to take a call to action. So on these ones right here, this is just an old profile, Chris Recker, that I've had for years and I haven't done anything with. So you're not seeing a lot of examples of this. But an example would be that I would basically be coming in here and, here, I'll show you. Like an example would be that I would come in here, I'd post, if I was using Instamate, I'd come in here and I'd post on it, I'd drag and drop a file there. Maybe I'll do that really quick. Let me see. I'll just see if I have a picture handy that I could just drag and drop a real quick one. But that's what I would do. I'd basically just come in and drag and drop a quick image. Let me see real quick. I'm just looking to see if I have any images. Maybe I have one. Yeah, let's just grab one in there. I don't know. Drag and drop one. Okay, there's just an image, just so we see it as an example. I'm not going to post this, but an example was, here is a recent. Let me make this bigger for you guys to see it. Here is a recent photo from my photo shoot in Scottsdale, Arizona. This is for a huge product launch coming in July. Okay, so I might have whatever it is, right? Now, after that, what I would want to do is I'd want to try to put a call to action if I could, something like that. If you would like early bird access to my Facebook ads course for free before it comes out, click the link in my Instagram bio to get on the list. Okay, something like that. And I could even tag myself again right there. By tagging myself again right there, I could basically have it so that the link is clickable. I could even do something like that, a little arrow. So basically what's happening is I'm not able to put a clickable link. I can't, if I put like this right here, that won't be clickable. Somebody would have to highlight. That'll just show up as text. So you don't need to. So what you could do is you could basically encourage people, tell people what to do, and be as succinct and clear as possible. This probably isn't even succinct enough. It might be something more like get free access to my new Facebook ads course by clicking the link in my bio at Chris Record. Okay. So that might even be more straightforward. Okay. So whatever it is that you're giving away on your thing, that's how you're going to want to do it. So you've got basically your thing right there. You've got that, and then you can either put hashtags here, or you could put hashtags in the actual comments underneath. So then you could put in your stuff. Whatever it is. Success. You guys get the thing, right? So you can put your hashtags there, or you can put it there. Now you can just post it just like this. So you could basically come in. I wouldn't post this one. That's also not really optimized for Instagram very well. And I would do something different. I just dragged and dropped an image so you could see it. So I'd post this on Instagram just like that, or I would schedule the post to be able to go out and schedule the post. Okay. This is just a tool right here, Instamate, that I use that a lot of people use. So the example is adding a call to action inside of your posts. The point of the call to action is to drive people to go to your main profile page. That's the point of the call to action, right? So if you're somewhere, if you're on somebody's thing, right, whatever it is, if you're on somebody's page right here, this person here, what you'd want to do, they want to have a call to action that puts them right there, goes to their page, that goes to their link. You always want to be 2 clicks away. No matter who you are, you always want to be 2 clicks away. Now this person's not doing that great of a job with it, but you would basically come in and that's how you would learn. You would basically come in, you would start researching, you would find tons of cool stuff. And again, you can use, if you want a research tool, you can use Instamate as a research tool to be able to search hashtags or users, stuff like that. There's lots of stuff that you could do. So I'm showing you how to do it manually, but you could always just go in and use, if you have Instamate, you could go in and do like Instagram Finder, and you could basically type in like a word like success and get a lot of different things, get a lot of tools. That's why tools are great, and be able to show you all the hashtag volume. I'm trying to show people how to do it with or without the tool. If you're wondering why this whole thing isn't about Instamate, I want people to be able to see multiple ways to be able to do this, either using software tools or doing it manually to be able to find the things that you're looking for. So this kind of gives you an example of all of these different things, long tail, short tail, popularity, all of this kind of stuff. It's all in here, all part of Instamate for those of you that have it. So that was a quick little overview. Let me do the recap notes. So call to action post on Instagram. Okay, links in your individual Instagram posts are not clickable. Therefore, your call to action should be for them to click the link in your bio. Okay, you can tag yourself to give them a fast link to make it easier if you want. You can also cross-promote your other accounts. Also cross-promote your other accounts by using this same process. For example, if you have one account about CrossFit and another about healthy recipes, you can cross-link a call to action to from your recipe account, from your CrossFit account, to get a free recipe book at your recipe IG. That would be an example. You would then tag your recipe account using the @ symbol and type up an effective call to action that makes users want to click and get the free giveaway. Okay? That's essentially what you're looking to do. These calls to action is how you're going to be able to use Instagram for business. You're going to be able to use it to drive traffic, leads, and sales. So that's the key thing. Call to action posts on Instagram. Okay. That's it for this section, and then we're going to wrap up today's webinar. I know we're going long, but that's because we started 20 minutes late. We're going to wrap this up, but real quick, if you guys enjoyed this quick overview on how to add call to action posts in your Instagram, put a 21. Put a 21 in the questions area, in the questions box. Put a 21 if you enjoyed this. Okay, I thought that was pretty fun right there. I thought that was good. That was fun. Put a 1 if you enjoyed that. And I want to see who's still engaged. Okay, put a 21. All right, so now we're going to kind of wrap up with this right here. Viral Instagram tips. Okay, now let's talk about, you got your profile set up, and now you want to start getting more followers, more exposure, more stuff like that. Okay, viral Instagram tips. How can you create posts that go viral on Instagram for more followers? Now, for beginners, one of the most important types of posts to start with are branded picture quotes. Okay, so write this down if you're taking notes. Branded picture quotes. So let's look at these. Let's look at these accounts. Okay, go to Kim Garst, 50,000 followers. Look at this. She has Boom Social on every single watermark on the bottom right of every single post that she does, right? So that's so idea number 1. Okay, so let's go. Idea number 1. You create popular picture quotes and watermark them with your brand. Example, and we'll throw her account up as an example. Okay, so that's just an example. This is going to be example number 1, is going to be the watermark approach. Example number 1 is basically, if you look, she's taking quotes like, let's look at this, this is a Mark Twain quote. When you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Mark Twain. Okay, so it's a basic like Mark Twain quote, right? When you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Now, you can get ideas. I love getting ideas from Pinterest. Now, there's lots of places to get ideas, but you can get ideas from Pinterest. You can do Mark Twain quotes if you want. Okay, you can do it that way, and you can kind of see, like, what are some of these? Now, Pinterest is going to be more of this long-form style, but you can basically take a quote like this, and you can give it to even somebody on Fiverr, or you could do it yourself. I'll show you how to do it yourself. If you guys have, if you have the right tools, there's software tools you can buy that you can make picture quotes really, really easily. Okay, so some of you already have software tools to do these very easily. There's also mobile apps that you can download that you can create. You can put text on top of pictures, and then there's also free sites online like Canva that you can basically create picture quotes. But in a nutshell, you can create a picture quote like this and put a little brand on it, and that's called a watermarked picture quote. So right here, look at this. Life is short. Break the rules. Forgive quickly. Kiss slowly. Just to do a level playing field, there's some pretty good software to do this that I would recommend, some decent software. But just for the sake of, I would recommend, for those of you that don't have it yet, I would recommend a software called Usign. Usign is easy graphic design. You will pay for this. It's really inexpensive, but Usign will make this really easy. Another one that's really good for this that you can pay for is Moonpixlar. Moonpixlar is a software as well that you can pay for, that you can basically come in and design graphics and stuff really easily as well. And then you can just come in here and you can do social media images. There's just all kinds of them. You can create custom graphics, tons of cool stuff, any size. And then there's Canva. You know, Canva, if you go to canva.com, this is a free one. You're going to love it and hate it. They have some limitations. But you can go to Canva, and you'll notice that they have like a whole entire section for Instagram posts right here, 1080 by 1080, or you can just do custom dimensions and put in any dimensions that you want and get them exactly right. Now, when you use a service like Canva, how they make their money is they charge you. So when you hover over images on Canva, you'll notice a $sign. So if I want to use this template, you'll notice that this one has a $sign over it. This is going to cost me $1. But this one over here is free. If I want to use this template, it's free. Okay, so this one's free. This one costs. You'll notice the Canva watermark on it. So, and this one's free. So you'll kind of notice they've got a lot of templates. So you'll see an example here. This one is free, right? So you'll see it gave a quote symbol, a background picture. You can put a quote and then who it's by. And this one's actually Mark Twain, the default one. So you can take one like this, and you'll notice I just did this with a quote right here. Let's see, this one. So I used that same exact one, and look what I did here. I just changed this to be orange. You can see you can change it, make it any color or whatever. So I just changed it, made it orange, and then changed this background image right there and made that orange too. That's it. And then the rest. Put in the quote here and type it out. Now, if this quote was shorter or something like that, then the quote that you're typing in, then what you would do is you'd have it a little bit shorter. What you do is you kind of put it down here in the middle, and then you just drag and drop that, and then you just drag and drop this. Or, sorry, not the image. Don't want to drag and drop that. You drag and drop that. You drag and drop this background like this, and it would look like that. So you can kind of drag and drop things around. And you can put on a little watermark if you want. You can put if it's a quote, this is my own quote. You can use your own picture quotes and stuff like that. You can put a watermark if you want, or you can put your Instagram profile. So it could be something as simple as it could be something like this. Let me give you an example with this one. Let's make this one a little bit bigger, and let's do follow @ChrisRecord on Instagram, or follow @ChrisRecord on Instagram. So I could do something like that, like follow @ChrisRecord on Instagram, and kind of make it more like that, right there, and could do something like that, and then could actually have like anytime you want to copy something, you can just click on this, and you can basically go in and just copy it. So now I got a second one that I can work with, a copy of it. So I can make this second one here. I can maybe make this to like, let's say it was a Mark Twain quote. Mark Twain. So what I could do is I could do something like this. Watch, you'll see. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Let's make this, let's say 30. There it is. So now watch, I'll do this. Boom. That's a Mark Twain quote. Let's just say it was a Mark Twain quote. It clearly was my own quote. And then let's get rid of this one here. Trash that, let's say. And let's do this. Let's make this one a little bit bigger. I wonder if that'll all fit on one. No, it doesn't really fit on one. So maybe make it like this and like that. Follow @ChrisRecord on Instagram. Boom. Okay. Now I'll kind of come in here and I'll center it. And there we go. Now I've got that centered. Now I'll make this one a little bit better to kind of get right around it. And make it like this. And I'm basically showing you an example just like that. So there's a picture quote, follow @ChrisRecord on Instagram. So like that, there's a picture quote, and I've got my own stamp right there, branding if I want. And of course, I got rid of my little laptop lifestyle guy, but I could do something like that. And I could even maybe make this a little bit bigger. For more success picture quotes, could do something like that. For more success picture quotes, follow ChrisRecord on Instagram, and then I could even make this one like a little bit more, make it like a little bit bigger, something like that. Boom. So for more success picture quotes, follow ChrisRecord on @ChrisRecord on Instagram, and now I've got this quote. Now I can come in here and I've got a template that I can do. I can duplicate this and maybe make the quote by somebody else, whatever, Shakespeare, whoever this next quote is, and then maybe this one I could do yellow, and maybe on that one I could do yellow and make it a little bit differently. And then even in the background, if I wanted, I could trash that background, and I could put in another background if I want. I could come in and I could basically choose a background color. I could choose, whatever. I could choose one of these. I could choose any one of these, all that are free. Or I can basically go and get a background from somewhere. So there's also a way to be able to get backgrounds, find backgrounds. Now, depending on your level of copyright issues, if you feel comfortable with copyrights, you can go here and you can put in like HD wallpaper to Google, and you can, if you're just like, hey, I don't really care, I'm willing to take whatever risks, then you could come in here and you could basically grab whatever, view image, and you can save it and then upload it. Now, if you're big and you don't want to take any risk at all with copyright, not even in the slightest, then what you would do is you wouldn't do that. But like right here, so this one here, maybe I'll trash that image. I'll go here to backgrounds, go to uploads, upload an image right there, desktop, S Modern City, and just basically move it to the background or whatever. And then I could basically take it and I can make it transparent if I want. There's transparency, that I can make it transparent. Sorry, this view is getting a little bit, I got to go a little bit smaller to see it, for you guys to see it at least. You can go transparency, and you can make your image transparent. There's a lot you can do. You can make it white on the background, and then right there you could do make this black if you wanted to pop a little bit more off that white background. There's tons of stuff you could do. You could come in and you could do different backgrounds. I could do a black background and fade that over. There's lots of things that I could do. Like I said, Uzine or Moonpixlar is going to give you more options. But that's essentially how simple you could do this. You could do this simple. Okay, so again, let's do a recap on this. Let's go here. Let's just do custom image, 1008 by 1000, or sorry, 1080 by 1080. Here's a quick recap. Design, and all you have to do is basically throw a background up. Background. Watch how simple this is. Let's throw this background up, and then text. And you can choose from any of these free texts right here, and you can make something big and bold if you want. So you could basically just grab text, put it in here, make it big and bold, and then you could basically put, you could put whatever it is that you want to put in terms of text there. So you could, if you wanted something short like this, where it's just a big bold word, 21, whatever, 21, created, or 21 ways to get 5,000 in 5 days. Okay, 21 ways to get 5,000 in 5 days, just like that. And then I might even do a clone of this. If I wanted, I can basically just go and do a clone, copy it, or I could do another quote in here. I could do another one of these and erase that one. And I got that same font right there. 21 ways to get 5,000 a day. Click. Download the free report. Okay, something like that. Download the free report, and basically just make it like that. Same thing. Make it like that. Boom. And there you go. I've got it. Now, and this right here. So there's just an example. 21 ways to get 5,000 in 5 days. Download the free report. And then, of course, I want that to pop a little more. I can make it like that. And, of course, I could change the background around all I want. If I didn't like that background, I can make it something else if I needed to, or I could drop a picture back there. There's just an example. So you go over here to text. Let's clone this. You go over here. Let's delete these. And you have all these text options. So you can basically find stuff that's pretty cool, You could do stuff like that, or you could do, just mess around and see what things look like, There's different font styles. There's this kind of stuff. There's ways that you can basically make big, massive picture quotes. You can do, you can put in anything that's free in here. You can kind of put in something that you think is cool, like this one. You can maybe make it just a super big, right there. You can make it a super big custom quote on anything you want. Whatever it is, you can make all your own graphics. You just change the words in here, okay? So you can kind of think of really cool stuff that your audience would like. You could also do full colored stuff right here. You can just duplicate that. Let's get rid of that. You can do full colored stuff. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do. You can use all these. Look at all these are free. A lot of these things are free. So you could really have some fun and take quotes. So what I do is I go to Pinterest, find quotes that you like this one right here, let's say, life is short, break the rules, da-da-da-da-da, and you could come and you could use Usign, Moonpixlar, or even Canva to be able to create like a quote like that. It's just pretty simple. And all you have to do is, again, you go here and you basically can choose the Instagram one, and you just basically come in here and start designing. So this is how you can come in here and you can make a lot of your own picture quotes. Okay, see how simple this is? Boom, boom. There you go. Life is short, break the rules, forgive quickly, da-da-da-da-da. Move that to the beginning. I'm just showing you how fast and how simple this is. Okay, right there, right there,
not the Starbucks, right?
And right there. Okay, there you go. That's how simple it is. So if you wanted, you could make this bigger font, and then maybe you could take more full advantage of the page. You know, just like this. Oops, sorry. Like this and like this.
Oh, really? Cool.
See? And you can basically make it even bigger. You can make it so it's very visible in the newsfeed. So now, just like this, you have your ability to be able to do your own quotes, and then you figure out how do you want to watermark this. Do you want to, and anytime you want, you can just add your own images. You can upload, you can add your own images. And say I wanted to brand my conference or whatever, create, capture, convert. You know, just like that, I could brand my conference. Let's say I wanted to brand Instamate. There's Instamate's branding right there. You can just upload any images you want. You can also upload icons like register now, or click here to buy now, or get transparent images of dogs and stuff like that. There's a lot that you can do. Okay, so like let's say that I wanted to do something like with a dog, right? So let's get rid of this background. Let's get rid of this background too. Okay, and let's say I wanted to do something with the dog, like something as simple as this. Have that dog sitting there. Maybe make that dog even bigger, and then just kind of bridge this over here. And let's say this was like a dog quote. See how simple this is? Look at that. And just like that, I've got, you know, this could be like a quote about dogs, whatever. There's a dog. Okay, it's very, very simple for you to be able to figure out how to be able to come in here and start branding yourself. You know, whatever it is, you could create all your own branding and make these all your own colors. So this right here is how you're going to be able to create your branding quotes. You can add a call to action on them. Let's look at a few more examples. So Kim does it with watermarking. That's example number one. Let's look at Secret Entourage. Okay, Secret Entourage right here does watermarking and a combination of a call to action. Right there, Secret Entourage. See what they're doing? They're putting up quotes, picture quotes just like this. They're putting their domain and watermark. Right. So idea number two. Number two is create popular picture quotes using a watermark and domain name. Okay, example, and then let's choose this. Let's just do this example right here. Secret Entourage.
Action Tech I have. Yeah.
Okay. Idea number three. Create popular picture quotes and mention your Instagram handle underneath them. Okay, this is very simple to do. This is very simple. Let's go look at a few right now. Let's just go through and let's look at like a success hashtag, success quotes or whatever. You can kind of come in and kind of see. Let's look what people are doing. So this one here, okay, they're putting their name, Success Diaries, right there, and look, Success Diaries. So see, they're even using celebrity type pictures, but they're just doing quotes. So they're using big text on a celebrity picture. This can all be designed really instantly in seconds, or you can pay someone to design it. So they're branding Success Diaries on their stuff right there. Here's another one, Success ES, right there, at Success ES.
Okay.
There's another one. This one right here, Royal Ambassador, Royal.Ambassador. They're branding their Instagram profile. See what they're doing? They're doing the same thing, taking a popular photo, squeezing in the text, and making it big and visible. This one right here, The Success Club. They're branding themselves, the.success.club. So you kind of get in. This one has nothing. Like this one right here, Instagram handle, at Hapsters, underneath. So if somebody likes something, like this one, okay? Hustle branding. They're putting their logo, they're putting a quote, and they're putting their at symbol right here. Hustle branding, right? So this gives you an example, 18,200. So now you've got an example. And what I would do is I would make a category on my Instagram. If you remember the bookmarks manager from one of our early episodes, one of our earlier ones, I'd add a folder, and I'll call it Success Quotes. Okay. Now that I got that folder added, now what I would do is I'd sit here and I would add this profile right here to my Instagram Success Quotes, and done. And I've got this one added. So now Instagram, Success Quotes, Hustle Branding. Anytime I want, I can come right back here, and I can look at this branding, and I can go, okay, I like this branding. So this is a good example. Okay, let me put that as the example right there. Boom, boom, boom. Example. Okay, example hustle branding. So what they're doing here is they're basically coming up with quotes. Even if they're simple, they're using basically nice imagery, which you can get very easily, and then they're putting in their logo, and then they're putting in their quote. And they're keeping kind of a pattern here. Okay? The pattern is logo on top, short quote, and then the @Instagram channel. And that's helping them out significantly. Look, 18,200 followers. You can tell they followed a lot of people, probably all the success quote type people too. And, look, they basically have access for free startup videos. They have a call to action right there. And you can kind of start scrolling through and basically learning a lot about this, right? So you can kind of see what what hashtags they're using. You can start to learn. Remember, just click that right arrow, right arrow, right arrow. See this? Right arrow. So their signature is Great Day and Hustle Hard. So they're really trying to brand this Hustle Hard hashtag, Hustle Hard 684. So they're taking a mid to high range hashtag as part of their strategy, and they're trying to really brand it as much as they can. Okay? Like this person here, the Success Club right in there. So they're coming in here, and you can really start to see these success quotes. So these quotes can be niche specific to any niche. All you have to do is go find the sayings right here on Instagram, whatever niche you're in. Like watch this. We'll kind of go again. I'll show you CrossFit quotes. And if you go here, you can start to see, once you see results, it becomes an addiction. Okay, there's one. You can make any of these into a quick quote. Okay, you can really use any, I love Usign, but if you guys don't have it, you can just use some free ones. Okay, and I'll show you a couple apps too. But you just come in here, For some of us, it's way more than just CrossFit. It's one of the best things in life we discovered, and we are proud to be part of it. So this right here, it could be you could make this into your own CrossFit quote. Now, you could always go to services like Fiverr. You can go to services like Fiverr, and you can pay, $5, let's say, just type in picture quotes, and you can find people that create picture quotes. I will give you more than 900 inspirational typography right there that you can work with them on that one. You can find people that will do picture quotes for you. I will make 15 motivational picture quotes for you for $5. See that? And they'll make these motivational ones just like this for you. So for $5, you can get 15. So there's a way to be able to do it. And there's just lots and lots and lots of stuff. So the point is, you've got all of these options. Okay? There's Fiverr, or you can hire somebody off of Upwork. That's another thing you can do. You can go to Upwork.com, and you can basically come in here and get started by searching for somebody. You can try searching picture quotes, but if not, just do basic ones. Picture quotes. You can kind of come in here and see who does this. That's probably a bad example, picture quotes, but probably something like graphic designer. Find somebody you can do graphic designer, and find somebody. You can use the advanced filters, and you basically do anybody who's got at least 100 hours billed or more. Last activity be recent, within 2 weeks, and you could just basically start going through this. Any type of freelancer, independent freelancers, and you can start updating. You can start going through, and then you can start sorting by hourly rate, $10 an hour and below, and you can start finding these people. Now, if you go through far enough, you'll be able to find people that are going to be really, really inexpensive. And when you find people that are really inexpensive, you can say, okay, look, I'm looking to create hundreds and hundreds of image quotes, picture quotes, and I'm willing to pay you, they should take about 10 minutes each. So if this person's $8 per hour, they could do, let's say 5 in an hour. So, at least that right there is $2 each. So you could have, if this person is willing to do it, you could say, look, I'll pay you, you should be able to do multiple of these an hour. I'll give you all the quotes. I'll give you an Excel spreadsheet with all the quotes, and you just whip them out. And I'll give you $2 per piece for each one. They have to be original with my branding on them. And then what they're going to be able to do is they're going to be able to take, your logo, like this, and they're going to be able to find pictures like this, like Martin Luther King, and basically take quotes, take this, take the text, put it on graphics, and they'll do this for like $2 each. Okay, so now you can, or maybe less even. So if you have money, you can outsource it. If you don't have money, you can do it yourself. There's software to be able to make it easy, and this is one of the best ways as a beginner to be able to come up with content that you can post in any niche whatsoever, and sprinkle it in with your own personality for that niche as well. Don't just do quotes. Like this site is just doing quotes. Don't just do quotes. Also, looks like they're also doing videos. Mix it in with videos too. So don't just do quotes.
Just in case you're trying to blame the whole world.
Also do videos like this to be able to brand yourself. Okay? So that was the section for brand and picture quotes. For me to sum up, I would start by creating a bunch, maybe 100 picture quotes, and then scheduling them out to be posted on my Instagram. About like 3 to 5 per day, and I'd have them branded with my IG profile on them. Okay, that's what I would do. I'd start off by doing that. This gives you a steady stream of content to be posting for any niche, and will increase the amount of engagement you get on your posts and followers. Okay, mix it up. Also post pictures, videos, stuff personal to your brand and niche, and stay consistent. Okay, so that was a quick little module on viral Instagram tips, and what I'm going to do is first, if you guys enjoyed that, give me a 48. Throw 48 in the comments right now if you enjoyed that. Throw a 48 in the comments. 48 in the comments if you enjoyed that. Now what I'm going to do is, hopefully this doesn't freeze on me or anything, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically hang on for 13 more minutes, and I'm going to do questions and answers about all the content we covered today. Okay, only about I'm only going to go for questions that are about the content that we covered today. Okay, we ran into technical issues in the beginning, and I want to make sure. Okay, also let me remind you guys, if you got value out of today's presentation, this is how I thrive. If you guys love when I do training like this, with no pitch, no nothing, if you love what I do training on, do me a favor. Go to the Instamate VIP group. Take the time and write a thoughtful testimonial here for other Instamate users, and just tell people, here's what I want you to do. If your time was well invested today, I want you to tell people why you love this community. Why do you love Instamate? The training, the software, the community support, and tell them why you loved. And if the feedback is something for me, feel free to tag me or tag Luke. This right here, this is what gets us to do what we do. This is what gets me to take a few hours out on a Tuesday. I still have to go back to the DMV today, which is going to be crazy. I have to go take a test to get my new license. And then I've got 2 hours with my kids at Chuck E. Cheese. Then I've got to come back and do another webinar tonight. Then tomorrow I'm flying to Florida, and I'm running a company. I'm here in my office in Northern California, and there's nothing else in the world I'm doing other than spending time with you right now. That is my #1 priority, is spending time with you right now. So if you appreciate that, take time and do a thoughtful testimonial. These testimonials is what gets us to do what we do, okay? And I'll tell you, you guys, Instamate is going to keep getting better. Instamate's going to keep getting better and better and better, you guys. So make sure to stay on and keep seeing all the integrations and stuff like that, and keep going with that, okay? So, Chris Record webinar chat here. Okay, perfect. So if you guys enjoy this, and also let Luke know if you guys enjoyed this. Luke is flying right now to Florida. I'm going to be with him. If you guys enjoyed this, Luke will do more of it. But you've got to be vocal about it, okay? You've got to be vocal and say, wow, I'd love for you to tell Luke Instamate was one of the best investments he ever made, that this training alone has been helpful, and we'll charge for this training later. And I want to remind you, you all get it for free. Every single person. If you did not get it in the beginning, I'm going to drop it for you right now. Beginnergram I'm going to put it back in the message to all audience. You just received it right now if you're live on the webinar. Beginogram, Instagram for beginners. Okay, Instagram for beginners. So I'm using my Smart Member software to host this. So what I want to do is I want to really quickly create a new download. And this one right here, I want to upload a file really quick. Let me see if I can find this. Let's see really quick. 10 PDF. All right. Let me see if I can upload this for you. Okay, there's the PDF. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give everybody a free gift. Okay, I'm going to be waiting for questions. I'm going to give everybody a free gift right now. So you guys are going to really enjoy this. Everybody that attended right now, I told you I was going to give you a free gift for attending, and I've got a free gift for you. So let me go ahead and give you a link to that free gift right now. Okay, this is going to be download title. It's going to be how to get 10,000 targeted Instagram followers with these easy steps for beginners. Okay, so and we're going to call this, it's going to be called InstaCrusher PDF. Okay, InstaCrusher PDF. And let's see if this works. Download PDF. And let's do download this simple and easy PDF for beginners to learn how to grow your Instagram following. Okay, draft only. Let's make it available for all of you. Visitors, publish date, choose featured image. Yeah, let me choose a featured image really quick and see if I can find one. Let's see, how to get followers. Let me see one of these images. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay, there's an e-cover guide. So what I'm doing right now is I am creating a download for each one of you live right now. This is going to be pretty cool. All right, let's see if we can save it, and let's see if we can get it going. Let me see. So if all worked well, you should be able to go to Beginogram and go to the software, even though it's not software, it's a free giveaway. And look, super targeting. Let's see, download PDF. Right there, it should go and it should download and boom, printable PDF format. You should be able to save it right to your desktop. So just like that, it is available. So I'm going to basically give this link to everybody right now. Here's a free gift just for attending. Super targeting strategy. This is by Nicole Mazer. If you're wondering who this is from Nicole Mazer. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, download your free PDF giveaway from today's awesome Instagram training webinar at the following link. Okay, let's just download it right there, and then I'll put in a picture of it. Let's do a picture, and let's see if I can find that picture again. Let's do this one this time. Boom. And there it is. Let's see. And then let me say, comment below if the download worked for you. Say, I got it. Thanks. Okay. So you can let me know. I posted it in the group too. Instamate VIP group. Right there, I gave the link to the download center where people can go get it. Make sure to join this site. This site will eventually probably be a paid site once all the training is in here. I'm going to take the edited recording, and instead of it being one long recording for every single person to watch, I'm going to break it down into a bunch of little mini modules. That's why I followed a format. I'm going to break this down into a bunch of little basic little mini modules for you to be able to watch, and you'll be able to come back to this site anytime that you want and be able to see it. Sorry, and be able to see that. Okay, got it. So you'll be able to go to this site, the Beginogram site. I don't know why it's not loading right now. Maybe everybody's hitting it all at the same time. It should just load really quick. I don't know. We'll give it a second. Let's see. Beginogram download center. Come on. What are you doing? Why are you going slow? Maybe just because everybody's flooding it right now. So we still have close to 1,000 people on right now, so let me spend a few more minutes and do questions and answers. So again, leave comments in the Instamate group. Let's fire this group up. Listen, you guys are a community. It's up to you to make this group amazing. You can't rely on Instamate corporate. You can't rely on Instamate support. You've got to make this amazing. So what I want you to do is come in here and create energy to fire people up and just tell them how much you love this group. This is a family. Help each other out with your Instagram questions. I will get my team to load this up for you soon, whenever the site loads. I'll get my team to load. There, it's loading fast now. And each one of these profiles right here will have the recording in it. Okay, so you'll be able to come in here and really easily watch this. I'll load up more. I'll find more software for you. You guys, this is the beginning of something great. And I'll see if I can do another webinar for Beginogram at some time in the near future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip through last-minute questions that you might have, and I'm going to see if I can rapid fire. I've only got till the top of the hour, then I got to go to DMV. So let's take some rapid-fire questions. Ready, set, go. Billy Conley, should we sign up with Instagram through Facebook or just an email address? Okay. Billy, sign up with your personal profile through Facebook, and then the business profiles through your email. Okay. David, question about the hashtags. Being that you do stuff in the science fiction niche, how do I find things like this to hashtag on? So David is in the science fiction niche. David, what you want to do is you want to follow other profiles in the science fiction niche, and you want to follow them. Okay, you want to go to other profiles, you want to follow them. If you're using Instamate, you can basically come in here and you can start finding related words and stuff like that. Just go in here and start using this and find a bunch of profiles and go in and see what words that they're using. Okay, so you can go in there and you can basically go and research, research words related to your niche, all the sub niches. Use this tool, find all kinds of tags related to science fiction, follow these profiles and bookmark them like I told you to do, and then see what tags they're using, especially the successful ones. See what tags that they're using. That's going to be the way to do that, David. Hopefully that helps. Okay, what do you have next? Let's see. Sean says, this has been the best support I've ever received from any purchase. Appreciate that, Sean. Okay, let's see. Can we get a link for the document you created this training on? Ooh. Oh, how many people would like these notes right here? How many people? Type a 1 in the comments if you would like me to give you these notes right now. Just curious. Type a 1 if you would just like me to give you these notes. I didn't even think about that one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What if I do this? Share. And what if I save this as Instagram tips? Anybody with a shareable link can view. What if I took this link right here, and what if I dropped this to the entire audience live? Bam! Every single person, give me a thank you, or give me something like if that didn't just top it off. There's all my notes, this entire document. Let's watch this in real time as people start flying in here. Look at this. Anonymous. You guys are going to start flying in here by landslides. You guys are going to fly in here. That's pretty cool. That's awesome, you guys. So let's do file. Let's do. Let me do this. Let me watch this. I'm going to do something in real time for you guys. Okay, in real time, right in front of you. Watch what I'm going to do in these last few minutes. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot of this capture. I'm going to take a screenshot of this right now. There's a screenshot. I'm going to call this Instagram Notes. Kevin says, thank you. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I'm going to call this Instagram Notes. Oops, I lost it. Where did you go? Oops, another window. Right there. Okay, I'm going to call this Instagram Notes. I'm going to save this to my desktop. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to this site. I'm going to build another download really quick. Build a download, create download, and watch this. Notes from the Instagram notes from the beginner Instagram webinar. You guys love it. I do this stuff live for you. I do everything live. And what I'll do is I'll do a third-party download link. That's not going to be it, is it? The third-party download link is going to be this one. Share. Shareable link. Copy link. There's a third-party download link. Download plus get the notes. Description. These are the notes from Chris Records live Instagram training webinar. Okay, let's go down. Let's do draft only. Let's make it available for visitors. I'll eventually make it members only. Let's choose a featured image. I just created one. It's not really the best featured image you've ever seen, but at least it's a featured image. And Let's show the featured image, notes, and let's save. Now, let's really quickly see if Instagram software, boom, there it is, Instagram beginner training, and now you can get the notes right there. Just like that. Just like that. Now watch, this is no longer software, so what I'm going to do is do Instagram downloads. Let's call it Instagram downloads instead. And we're set. Now we got Instagram downloads. Check that out, just like that. How to get 10,000 targeted Instagram followers, notes, stuff like that. So boom, we're just loving it. So let me take a little picture of this really quick. Capture. I'm just looking you guys up. Let's see. Copy. Instagram notes too. And let's go. Let's paste this. Let me paste this for everybody so people can have fun in the Facebook group. Do you want notes from today's Instagram training? Here's a direct link. Download the entire notes from today's training for your own review. Enjoy. Okay, and let's paste that link, and then let's do that picture. There we go. I'm just hooking you guys up. I wish I could hook you up with more. I'm willing to just kind of keep going. Just keep hooking you up with everything I can. Boom. Now there's the notes from today's training. So now you get all of it. Okay? So pretty cool, huh? You guys are crazy in the comments right now. There's so many. DMV is waiting for me. I know it's 3:01. I have like the appointment thing I have to go do. Rhonda says, what am I using to set all this up? I'm using my own software called SmartMember. I'm just scrambling through these questions. Where do you get the downloads? On beginagram.smartmember.com. 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 You just click on downloads and you just click get the notes or download PDF. Candy says, most of the time you pay and get disappointed. This is more value than the amount I paid and then some. You guys are awesome. You guys, the way to do it is to leave testimonials in the group. Adrian says, is Beginagram hours. Beginagram is my basic beginner Instagram training. Since I'm going to be going on this journey with you, I'm going to be teaching things along the way. I'm going to charge for this as a basic course once it's built out, but you guys get it for free. Just as a gift. Just as a gift. So, hey, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, okay? If you guys enjoyed this, I'm going to go to the DMV. I'm going to have my phone on me, and I'd love to get caught up on the discussion in Instimate. Take your time. Write something thoughtful. Share with other people. Let's get this group fired up and tell them, you guys, this is a great investment. I'll get the replay up soon for everybody. It's going to take time to process. I'll get the replay up. All of the replays will be available right here on Instagram training probably in the next 24 to 48 hours. They'll just be uploaded up here. I went through all of these, very organized, very detailed. And you guys, listen, I'm not an Instagram expert. I'm a teacher. I know how to make money online. I make millions of dollars online. My gift is being able to take complicated things and make them easy and help people make money online. There will be people that are better at Instagram than me, okay? I am not trying to be the best. I'm trying to say I'm just like you. I'm willing to do the research and learn how to do this right, and together we can build a massive Instagram following. So be sure to engage in the group, you guys. It's been an honor. And over the last 2 webinars, Luke and Ricky presented an e-commerce offer that you guys should take advantage of. So if you guys didn't watch those ones, go back and watch them. Okay, I wanted this one to be pure value, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't. That doesn't mean I'm against that offer. I'm very for that offer. I am pro that offer. Okay, and it's about to close. I do think it's a good offer. I think you guys should take. It. But I wanted to make sure, no matter what, you guys got a solid training today. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing you on future webinars. And when I send out emails about Instagram, make sure that you guys open them. Make sure you guys open them so you don't miss more opportunities like this. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump off and head to the DMV. It's been a pleasure sharing with each and every single one of you. I'll catch you on the next Power Packed Value Training webinar. Thanks. It's been Chris Record. I'll see you guys on Facebook.